there. It's your second favorite DP right here, okay? No, that's Deadpool, you silly little Hufflepuff. Anyways, I'm gonna need you to shut up that pretty little mouth of yours and pay attention because the show's about to start, alright? And, I don't know about you, but I know who's my vote for sexiest ex-soldier turned pop culture show host. Alright, enough foreplay, let's get on with the show.
Every week's an epic feat. They shed light on what's the trend. When will the madness ever end? From movies to the latest shows, you never know how far they'll go. Come aboard and take the ride. Let's uncover what's inside. Warriors of the night, here to fight. Pop culture explosions in the spotlight. Tune in for laughter and some cheers.
Hey everybody! Welcome one and all. Today is March 11th. This is episode 197 of Pop Culture Warrior. It's the show where I stay up to date on all the ins and outs of what's happening in pop culture so you don't have to. I'm CQ, but yeah, you guys know that. You guys know that. I'm the Pop Culture Warrior. But I'd be remiss if we didn't also bring in my beloved co-host, the man who really makes it all possible, the guy who you just see his face and you see the joy and happiness that is his purest of essence. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mad Mike.
First of all, it's my fucking show.
Everybody, Mad Mike, everybody. Woo!
Like, fucking
Oh, God.
trying to get a seat at the Democratic Party with all that bullshit you just spit out there.
Oh, man. What you got? What you wearing there, buddy? What you got there? What's that you're rocking? As you're leaning, like it's what? Just
I don't know what they can see.
just
I want
nonchalantly.
to adjust my camera.
I mean, he was like slowly like.
Could have put it up higher.
He'll notice it. He'll notice it. It's just leaning out of it. Hey, he's wearing a Mad Mike t-shirt. Look at you. The mad rantings of Mad Mike. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Oh, God. What a day, man. It's been... is 2025 over yet? Because I feel like we've been at it for a while. I feel like we've been like in the thick of it for a minute. But anyway.
Yeah, well, you did what, 2 shows this year?
First of all, that's how many shows you did.
2.5.
I've been here.
I've done 2, so it's 4 total on the year.
Hey everybody, how you guys doing? Angry Elf, what's up? Edward, what do you hear? What do you see? Hey, that's Ava on YouTube. Hey, how you doing? Who else we got? Coach, I know that's you. Coach is there. Anubis evening, how you doing, bud? Who else? The actual King Smith, he's out there. And Keith, what's up, people? How you doing, man? And Pete, hey Pete, how you doing? Oh man, we got a packed house tonight. We got a packed house. So many cool things to talk about. But for me, the first thing I just wanted to mention, because it just came in yesterday. Look what I got. Oh, it's a Pip-Boy from the Fallout world. Oh, the green does not agree with the camera, but it looks a lot better in person. But like, it does all the, like, it does, man, that green just does not agree with the camera. But it looks just like the show and the video game. It has all the switches and dot knobs. You can do time, do status. Apparently, I am not doing okay. My guy's walking around in a crutch and bandages. But yeah, you can connect it. You can connect it to different things. Dude, it's so cool. It's got a clock, a radio, it can connect to your computer. Dude, it is so cool. So very cool. I might like do a video of it or something later, and show up. It's got map features. You can input coordinates, but it looks like straight out of the video game. So, there's my rad meter. Let me turn on my rad meter. Oh no, that's the flashlight. Oops. There you go. I'm detecting rads. See if you can hear it. We're low rads right now. Oh, we're getting bigger. We're getting closer. Oh Jesus. You hear it? Dude, it sounds so good and it looks so good. It's like straight out of the video game. You can wear it. It comes with a stand, so it's on the stand right now, but you can easily disconnect it from the stand. If I don't break it. And it's plugged in right now because it's charging, but you can literally open it up and actually wear it. It's a wearable Pip-Boy, functioning Pip-Boy, which is pretty cool.
So people know exactly whose ass to kick.
Yes, they know exactly how nerdy I am.
Fucking
That's
nerd.
exactly it. Super duper duper nerd.
Nerd alert.
Nerd. But yes, so that is one of my favorite cool new toys, and it'll probably be back there at some point in the near future. I'll find a spot for it.
Back.
Just like
all the other crap.
Imagine if I was like, "This is so awesome."
Yeah, you've had your 5 seconds of kid Christmas presents.
Phil said that wasn't a Geiger counter; it's a gaydar.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, the camera does make it look like bad. Does that imply there are many imposter versions of King Smith? See, Patrick, that's what I'm talking about. Patrick's because I said the actual King Smith, and he said, does that imply that there's imposter versions of a King Smith? Apparently so, because that's his own page name, the actual King Smith. So
Well,
take it up with him.
He created like 30 and he forgot each one. So then
He is his own illegal bots, like trolls. So he trolls himself and he bots himself with other King Smiths. Yes, that's true. So yeah, this is awesome. I literally just unboxed it. Like I was like, how do I turn it on? So I'm like looking through the instructions and shit. Like it's very in-depth instructions. So yeah, I'm gonna play with that more, and I'll
size 2 font. Very fucking helpful.
I'll give an in-depth review of it later. Let's see, put it back on the time. There we go.
Things nobody gives a shit about.
Oh man, it does look terrible on the camera. I gotta figure out why that is. It's the green. It's like, yeah, well, on the show camera, like the green. I think
got a better camera than the show camera.
It chroma keys out the color green. Anyway, that's a whole thing. It's pretty cool for 200-year-old tech. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, it's very true. Very true. What else? Yesterday. The reason that we can have a show today is because I went to a screening yesterday. And I don't know why, because usually screenings are on Tuesdays for some god-awful reason, but they did one yesterday for the movie Novocaine, starring Jack Quaid, popular from Huey the Boys. He's Huey and the Boys. A quick review, non-spoiler, of course, is I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. It's a funny movie, where he plays really kind of like Huey in The Boys. He's very like this awkward, kind of like, pansy, whatever. But in this world, he has no feeling, like physical. He can't feel pain. And so he can do things, without fear of the consequence. Well, it's weird because this is a real thing. For people that think this isn't a real thing, there's a real genetic condition where basically your nerve receptors don't send signals to your brain. And these people tend to not live long because like they step on a nail, they don't realize it, and they either bleed out or get like a blood infection from a rusty nail. And they don't realize it until they die.
So like 25, I think, is the average.
Yeah, like about 25 years old. So that's the whole gist of the movie, is that he's this kind of person, and then falls in love, and through circumstances she's taken, and he's got to go on a revenge quest kind of thing, and he puts his body through the ringer. And don't go see it if you're squeamish, because while it's not like Saw level grotesquerie, it reminds me of like a comedic version of Final Destination. Remember like the death scenes in Final Destination? Yeah. But if you played that up for laughs, that's a lot of what it is. As far as like body horror, because he takes a beating. I mean, it's in one of the trailers that you see, he basically grabs a gun that fell into like a deep frying vat. So like he has to grab so he deep fries his hand basically to get this gun. But overall, is it a perfect movie? Not gonna win any fucking Oscars or nothing like that. But it's a fun, silly movie. I usually would say like, it's worth watching like on streaming, wait for it to come out on streaming, whatever. I think this one's worth seeing in the theaters because the sound and the visuals, I think, play better on the big screen. You can really see the detail. Whereas I'm like, if you're just watching on like your tablet, like, if someone, let's say, breaks an arm and the bone is sticking out, like when you're watching it on a screen like this or like this, you know, you like, oh yeah, I see he broke his arm, but when you see that shit 30 feet, like by 30 feet, like you're like, oh my God, I can see the veins pulsating. You know. And I will say the one knock I had on the movie, not the movie's fault. I've confirmed with other people. For some reason, the theater we were in had that volume turned up max. So like there's one, gunshots. I'm not spoiling anything. There's gunshots, but at one point, my ears were ringing. Like it was so fucking loud, and I was like, man, am I just becoming like an old man? Am I like? I was like, is this? It was so loud. I literally texted somebody that I know also saw a screening of it, and I was like, hey, was it like not loud? I mean like ear splittingly loud. Nemo was there with me. He does wear hearing. He had to turn his hearing aids off because it was so damn loud that it and then even then in some scenes he would cover his ears because of how loud it was. And at one point, it was like a car crash, and like my chair reverberated. Like I literally felt it shake from the sound. So I was like, yeah, that's pretty loud. But I just think whoever's running the tech in that fucking theater was like had that bitch cranked up to 11.
No one runs that shit. They set that shit like once a month and then they leave.
I don't know.
Some dude's probably dusting in there and he maxed out the volume.
He's there like, let me put the focus on and like fucking crank this. Some 80-year-old guy working the booth. No, yeah. And you know, it is what it is. I'm sure from what I've heard, nobody else had that problem in other theaters that they saw it. Keith wants to know, so is it like The Boys in terms of violence and gore? Kind of. I feel like with The Boys, there's a lot like it's a lot more over the top gore, which I mean, they're superheroes, right? So if he breaks your arm, it's like it's a splurt of like, you know what I mean? It's like that, but, and I hate to say this, it's so clear, but more realistic, right? So like if someone gets shot, it's not like it's a bullet, like he's like, I'm hit, and it's, you know, it's bleeding, but like it's not this, you know, over the top where I feel like in The Boys, like somebody's just, you know, arterial spray everywhere. But yeah, so it's not overly gory, but there is a lot of like, you know, again, you see this guy like fucking stab wounds and gunshot wounds and there's a few scenes where I was like, oh my God, just because you're just like, you feel it. And that's why I said on the big screen, I think too, it's just, you know what I mean? It's more visceral. Like you're like, oh fuck, that's so anyway, it's surprised they didn't give me PTSD. Yes. USR WTF Moment says, we love the splurt. Gotta get the splurt. Yeah, Crank with Jason Statham does kind of come to mind. It's that level of like seriousness, but also like over the top, cheesy. You know, he plays a very good like mild, like he plays a good Clark Kent. You know, like a very mild mannered, like, oh my God, you know. And I like that at no point in the movie does he ever like, oh, I'm the badass guy now. He's just like, well, I gotta do it. I gotta do it, you know? At one point the cops are like, yo, you gotta stand down. And he's like, if I fucking, are you gonna do it? Like, are you gonna go after the bad guys? Cause by the time you do it, everybody be dead. Pete says, will that be a good movie to watch on my 85-inch 8K TV? Flex much? You know, you're gonna pop a vein. You flex that hard. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's gonna be a fun movie to watch regardless. But I recommend, if this is something that interests you, even in the slightest, it's worth. Like if you're like, man, I would like to see this. It's worth seeing it in the theaters. Let's put it that way. It's worth a couple bucks. See it in theaters. You'll still enjoy it on TV and streaming and on your tablet and all that. But I really enjoyed it because of seeing it on the big screen. I'll leave it at that. And you know me, I don't say that very often. I have plenty of movies where I'm like, you can wait to streaming. You'll get the.
Never heard you say that. You watch everything in the theater.
Wow.
Yeah, you're
Wow.
like all about that fucking movie theater
Wow.
dick.
Wow.
Like, I'll
Chat,
wait
can I
for
get
that to
some
come in the
help?
theater, and you're like, I'm gonna go see it. Well, actually, you won't say shit, and then you fucking go watch it. Morbius, fucking
First of all, I never saw
Madam
Morbius in
Web,
theaters.
all
Oh
those.
my
You're like,
god, I never saw Madam Web. I still
CQ,
haven't seen
where were
Madam
you
Web.
for the last 3 hours? Why do you have Sony stamped on your fucking forehead?
You know, I still haven't seen Madam Web. I still haven't seen. I refuse. I haven't seen Craven either.
Okay, okay,
I
yeah.
gave up on Sony. I gave up on
Netflix tried to
Sony.
push it. They're still trying to push them. Look,
Yeah.
#1 movie in America. Like, fuck, not today, ISIS. You ain't fooling me.
King says he'll verify, but I want to know verify what? Because we've said a couple things, so specify.
Everything. He's just siding with me.
He just
regardless.
verifies everything I
Yeah.
say. You go see
But-
Queen of the Ring. Queen of the Ring. Oh, I heard about that. I haven't seen it, but I heard about it. The CQ has said a few wait for streaming. See, thank you. CQ has said, for a few things, wait for streaming. There you go. There you go.
Fuck is that? Fucking bot?
King Smith.
The non-actual King Smith?
Fucking bot. King said, wait, Craven came out?
Yeah, bitch, that's just on Netflix.
It's already on streaming, dude. It came and went so damn fast. It's already on streaming.
No, Craven's coming out
Like next week
the
or something like that.
13th, on the
Yeah.
13th. So,
Yeah. But
whatever.
it did. Yeah, Madam Web is damn near unwatchable. Craven
I
was
saw,
so Joe says Craven was not as bad as I expected.
well, if you fucking subpar, expectations, then yeah.
Oh man, yeah. We're gonna leave it at that. I'm not touching that with a fucking whatever. So Novocaine again. For those that missed it, Novocaine highly recommend. Again, this is not, I recommend it as like if you want to go see something fun, turn off your brain for like the same way if you want to go see a Fast and Furious movie, you go see Novocaine. It's meant to be like it's as close to a comic book movie without being based on a comic book as you can get. It's very over the top.
Watch movies that are art and that are going to win awards.
Cinema. We go to the
I like
cinema.
to wear a tuxedo and a top hat when I go to the fucking theater.
I wear my birthday suit when I go to the theater.
We'll go to some trash fucking
Oh
theater.
man. No, Kick-Ass. For those that remember Kick-Ass the movie, based on Kick-Ass the comic book, it's about a kid who has nerve damage and can't feel anything, and that's why he decides to become a freaking superhero, because he's like, fuck it, I can't feel anything anyway. That going into it, that was my biggest concern, right? How much of this is like Kick-Ass? And really, for as close as the premises are, I like what they did with this movie. I like where they took it, and I like where they pushed it. The one problem I have with the movie, I can't talk about because of spoilers. So yeah. So I'll wait. I'll come back in a week or two, and I like the one knock I have on the movie has to do with later in the film, and I don't want to spoil anything. But other than that, I highly recommend it. It's worth it. It seems fun, or it was fun. Key says, I want to go see Mickey 17 this weekend. Maybe I'll make it a double feature. Mickey 17, that's one of those, I love a good, interesting, unique premise. The idea
It's a fucking stupid movie. Don't watch it. I watched it.
You
It's
saw
fucking
it?
terrible. Yeah.
is bad.
Yeah.
Ah,
Everything that like would have been good to see was
in the
in the
trailers.
preview.
Man.
And like that was the best part was him like dying all these weird ways.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's a stupid love story / 2-hour long fucking terrible Trump impression by fucking Hulk, whatever the fuck his name is. It's like, don't
Mark
put
Ruffalo, yeah.
the guy's like a Chinaman or whatever, but it's like, don't fucking put in what's his
Don't
name as a
say
huge
Chinaman
Democrat.
on
It's
here.
like, don't put your political fucking beliefs in a movie that I have to pay fucking $20 to go watch. It's like, I just want to be entertained.
Oh,
But
man.
I don't care about your political beliefs. But yeah, it's fucking. His acting was shit. Like, I don't know. And like I said, it was all the good parts were in the trailer, and our Pat does a good job, but
Batman? You mean
yeah.
Batman?
Batman.
The Batman?
And the concept is pretty clever. Like basically,
Clones, right?
they're going to another planet and they use him to figure out like certain things. Like, is the environment safe? They fucking send him out and shit like that.
Yeah.
Um,
Which I mean,
and then of course it goes all goody two shoes and
Does-
noble causes and bullshit.
I don't want spoilers, but within the reality of this universe, does he remember each iteration? Or is it like a
Yeah.
reset when he spawns in?
No, he remembers everything. They upload his memories. It's an actual like looks like a brick, which that was pretty fucking funny.
So like, man, so then he remembers every time he dies. Like he
Yeah.
remembers dying each time.
And that's the ongoing thing. Like everyone asks, "What's it like dying?" And he like never fucking answers really until like the end.
Well, I think he doesn't know. I mean, that's the thing though. He doesn't know what it's like to die. You know what I mean? Because it's like you die. It's like you, and then you're not you. And then you're back. Like it's like falling asleep. I would imagine for him because
no, because he dies all these fucked up ways.
Yeah,
like
horrible,
slowly and painfully.
Painful, terrible ways.
But yeah, he remembers it all, and that's the thing. Except for when he doesn't die, the number 18 doesn't know what happened because he didn't fucking die.
Interesting.
Because they didn't have that memory to upload. Which also, like, now that I think about, brings up a thing. It's like, if he fucking dies out in the middle of nowhere, how the fuck do they get those memories? They didn't say they put like a chip in his brain or
Gotta
nothing.
be, right? It's gotta be like they're tracking his brain patterns or something like that, or
But
whatever.
18 didn't know how that 17 was still alive, and all. So it's like that doesn't fucking fucking gap in your story makes it even shittier.
Plot hole, fucking plot hole.
Just tear it apart.
Tear it apart. But yeah. So
not worth. That's a stream for sure.
That's a stream. I mean, I never recommend stream movies. You know, I say go to the theater and see it yourself. Wait for streaming.
100% say stream everything. If you could have your whole family watch a movie for $20, if you pay for it or for free, fucking do it. Don't pay $100 to go. That's the other thing. I saw it in a shitty fucking Regal over here, and the damn lens was like burned in. The guy tried to say the 3D filter was left on, which is like not true because the shit would have been blurry. It was like burned in, so it had this weird bluish greenish tint to the whole fucking thing. So it looked like, and then the edges were perfectly like normal. It was like stupid. It looked like I was watching it in like a noir or something. Anyways, yeah, fuck you, Regal. Also,
oh man, it's good. And
gotta make up for 2 weeks of not shitting on stuff.
Keith popped up. He goes, "Yeah, but Mad Mike hates everything. I heard he hates kids." And I'm like, "Yeah, he really does. He really does."
Kick a kid in the chest.
Fuck your kids. Let's see. What else? Oh, here in a couple minutes, we're gonna have a special guest joining. Man, I'm terrible at introing today. King Smith, he's out there. He's gonna join us for a couple minutes.
Wait, which one? Which version?
The actual.
Oh,
the actual good. King Smith, as opposed to any of the other ones. The other
Mickey
17s. He has a barcode on his neck. Scanning in. That is the actual one. What was that movie? What was the Arnold Schwarzenegger clones? And like, it's a flip your eyelid, and if you had a dot, it was how many times you were fucking cloned and shit.
Is it Total Recall? No,
not Recall. It was
Running Man. Wasn't it?
Damn it.
No. Oh, that's the one. Oh, yeah. It's like a number.
They replaced him. Come on, chat. Help me out here. Arnold Schwarzenegger movie.
It was towards the end of his career.
Cloning.
Fucking terrible.
He was like a pilot, and they copied him and they cloned him. Oh, man. What the fuck? What was that movie? The Sixth Day?
Yep.
Is that it?
Sixth Day. Yeah.
That's the one? Oh, wow.
Yes, sir.
I thought it was called something else. I don't know. Whatever. Yes. Now it's pouring in. 6 day. Yes, we got it. 6 day. Thank you.
It's 6th day. Wait, after I already
sixth-
said it.
Sixth day? Is it the 6th day? Is it the 6th day?
After we Googled
Let's see.
it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Commas the 6. Ooh, 6 of the 6th day.
This is why nobody wins that trivia except for me.
It's a fix. It's all in a fix. But anyway, what was I gonna get? Oh yeah, King Smith's gonna come on.
Throwing people.
Yeah, we're gonna clone people. King Smith's gonna come on and talk about BlurredCon. And if you don't know, read the damn chat. Fuck you guys. Keith says 6th day. Patrick says 6th day. Angry Elf says 6th day. The actual King Smith says 6th day. Billy said the 6th day. Billy said Mad Mike said the 6th day. Angry Elf said read the fucking chat. Anyway. But Keith says nothing touches multiplicity for cloning movies. For
Fuck
movies
yeah,
about
best
clones.
ever. Even along with some Michael Keaton.
Yes, the
Unless
Keatons.
you're in The Flash or
The Keatons.
Batgirl.
The what was it? Mr. Moms. The Mr. Moms. Anyway, so he's gonna come on and talk about BlurredCon. For those that don't know what BlurredCon is, buckle up. He's gonna tell you because it's he went and it was a good time. So I'll let him do that. Sets reminder to send 6th day in 35 minutes. Hi, Jenny. Jenny says, hi, guys. Hi, Jenny.
Hello.
What else? Before we get King on.
You want to talk about some fucking pop culture or something? We
Well,
have a
real
guest.
quick,
You have
let
another
me-
guest, though.
I was going to say, let me plug the guest. We actually
Oh,
have a
do
guest
some work.
tonight. 30 minutes in and I'm plugging the guest. God bless. I am out of practice. God damn it.
Two shows.
Tonight, we have joining us very, very, very funny man, Army veteran, comedian, Dewayne White will be joining us. We're celebrating his very first 1-hour special. You can find it on Amazon and Spotify and all the places. I watched it. It's hilarious. Go support a vet.
Is that free
and yeah,
or you gotta pay
it's
for
not free. Sorry. It's free fitty.
it? Can I get a discount code?
We'll ask Dwayne for some discount codes for some.
I thought he was
some
on
giveaways.
last week. I
Mm.
don't know. That shit's all fucked up.
That was on me, man. I got my weeks mixed up, and that was on me. I messaged him before the show, and I'm like, "Hey, man, you ready to go?" He's like, "We're doing it next week," and I went, "Fuck."
Oh, okay.
My man. That's on me. That's on me. But yeah, so he'll be coming on soon. But yeah, what news? There's so much. Well, okay. First, I gotta before we talk about anything, I went on record many moons. King, you are not backstage. You're not in the right place. If you think you're in backstage, you are not in the right place.
He's on somebody else's show.
Yeah, you are on someone else's show right now. Let me try this
I'm the
again.
only one in here.
Yeah, because it's just us. It's just us. Yeah, he's trying to
You got to send a new link. We had to switch it because we was getting hacked.
Yeah, I was getting all those China bots, all the Russian hackers.
Mike keeps mentioning China. We keep getting blocked.
Stop saying China. I don't know where King Smith is. He's God knows what stage he's in.
I clicked.
Yeah, he's got a. That's weird. What
the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Invite.
You're the director.
Yeah, fucking. Hey, if you're out there, man, fucking exit out and come. Oh, there he is. I see him now. Just is King Smith in my backstage?
Yeah.
he's somewhere. Hang on a second,
in
buddy.
Your ear, you'll fucking know if he's in your backstage.
Man, can I see your couch? You know what, Francis? You ask all the time. Eventually, I'm going to show it to you. It's the same one you were on last time. Let's see. How am I going to do this? Give me a second. We got to bring in King Smith here, ladies and gentlemen. We got to bring ourselves a good old boy, King Smith.
I'm glad you're prepared.
Fuck you. This is what happens when people dial in halfway through the show. You gotta do it live, man.
Fucking knew way before you
Fucking
told me about it. 10
do it
minutes prior.
live. We'll do it fucking live. Okay, hang on a second. I've almost got it. Hang on.
And the whole show's crashed.
We're
Well, good night. Make sure you turn in the rest of the week.
Yeah, good night, everybody. Hold on. And I got there. We're right there, right there. All right. Let's go live to our correspondent joining us from wherever the fuck he is. Ladies and gentlemen, it's King Smith. Yay!
Where's the soundboard effects for the grand entrance of the actual
He
King?
does it all himself. He's
The actual. Mister, first of all, are you in a 90s arcade? Where are you at? Where are you dialing in from?
Yes,
Ninja
I
Turtles
am.
behind
I
you.
am. This is how I want my home studio to be. I want all of the old 90s, 2000s arcade. Got the Funko Pops in the back. Give me all of that.
Oh my god.
Jeff Foxworthy with TV stacked on top of each other.
You coming to us live from 1999. Welcome, King Smith.
Hey, man, I tell you what, first of all, thanks for having me on. Man, I heard y'all here the first 30 minutes cracking up laughing.
You know us.
That's
We're
'cause
always
I'm
making
on.
up
You're
nonsense.
welcome. I do what I can.
You shut up. I will make you disappear. Man.
Everyone will stop watching, so it doesn't matter to me.
So you're here to talk about Blurred Con, man, which I appreciate you taking a few minutes to come on and tell us about it. But tell us, for the folks at home that have no idea, what is Blurred Con? Tell us a bit about Blurred Con, your past experience, and then as well as this past weekend.
All right, so BlurredCon is a convention held in DC, or specifically in Arlington, Virginia, and it's a mashup of the words black and nerd, black nerd and con. So BlurredCon, which I found out I'm not necessarily a nerd. I fall into the geek category, but it's an annual 3-day event held down there where they have celebrity guests. They talk about anime. There's gaming, tabletop stuff going on. There's a 24/7 arcade where they have Sony and Xbox just around the entire lower area, where people were just playing Street Fighter and Smash Bros. And all types of racing games, various tournaments. I mean, there was something for everything there. If music is your thing in Black culture, they had music and karaoke every single night. There were twerking contests. Each year there's a special celebrity guest, and this year it was Janelle Monáe, who is a artist and actress. I purchased VIP tickets before I applied as press for WTF Nation Radio to go down and get some of the coverage for BlurredCon. This is my second year going. The first time I went was 2 years ago. And every year, unlike some of the other conventions that I've heard about, right? I've been to New York Comic Con with you guys a couple of times. But BlurredCon likes to have a theme to each of their BlurredCon experiences. So when I went to 2 years ago, it was like fairies and things like that, which I'm not interested in at all. I know Mike Larson is.
Yeah,
this year's theme, this year's theme was about the Thriller. So it was like scary movies and things like that. So it encourages people to cosplay around whatever the theme is, but you can come in whatever it is that you like. Pause. So if you pay for the VIP experience, it actually feels like a true VIP experience because it allows you to skip the line at any of the panels or events that are, in rooms that are sectioned off. There's special VIP seating up front. And overall, man, it was a fantastic time. They hold it between 2 different hotels each year. This is, I think it's 8th or 9th year doing it down in Arlington, Virginia. And it's normally in the summertime, like the weekend after the 4th of July. But this year was the first year that they held it in early March. And I'm actually thankful for it because I prefer the cooler weather over the hot weather, especially since I tried to do a cosplay this year.
There's so many, dude. There's so many things I want to say. Oh God, the setups, you tee up so many setups. Anyway, trying to be serious here for a moment. So it's only it was like started, founded, and only run in this area. Do you know if there's other versions of it out there somewhere else?
Not that I'm aware of. This specific one, the con titled Blurred Con, co-founded by this guy Hilton George, who was seen all across Blurred Con both years that I went. Like, he's talking to people, he's making sure that folks' experience is okay. He's also, coordinating with the VIP guests and everything. That guy was anywhere and everywhere, and he wasn't just behind the scenes, he was walking amongst everybody. Genuinely cool dude. It was founded by Hilton George and this guy Hassan Parrish. I don't think Hassan's been a part of it for the last couple of years, but Hilton is always on it.
Would you say?
I looked up the lady.
Go ahead.
She's the lady from Hidden Figures. In Harriet. Glass Onion. I haven't watched that. But who else was there? You said there was a bunch of other experiences and stuff that you skipped lines. What was all that?
So they had various other panels that were in their own separate rooms around things across different genres. So for example, I went to a intro to kink panel in which
I bet you did.
in which I found out how very vanilla I am compared to something phobias and all these other things.
I didn't know he was doing that.
You didn't recognize me in my GIMP mask while you were there, right?
I probably did not.
Okay,
I did
cool.
not.
Sounds like a Riddler.
They had a couple of the Power Rangers from different Power Ranger universes. Obviously, Black Power Rangers, who were also there, just talking about their Ranger experiences and things like that. But it was a lot intimate because besides the main hall, which is a huge hall, could seat hundreds of people, mostly everything else were in smaller, intimate rooms that didn't have seats of more than 50 per room. Yeah. So it allowed for a more intimate experience. You could ask any of the panelists questions and things like that, and they were very open in responding to the questions that folks had.
When you say Black Power Rangers, are you saying Power Rangers who were black or Black Power Rangers? Because there is a difference.
Yes. Power Rangers who look like me.
There aren't any fat Power Rangers.
That was good.
There are no fat Power Rangers.
For that.
We love them. Listen.
Do you want to tell them about the time that you met the one Black Power Ranger?
God,
the guy that's missing his finger, and he totally thought you were a fucking weirdo.
So Walter E. Jones, who played the original Black Power Ranger, the OG, if you will, Mighty Morphin Power Ranger, me and him have something in common in that we're both missing our middle finger. And it's not something new for him. Like, if you go back and watch the episodes, it happened to him very young. So it, like, when he does like, there's morphin sound like this, you actually can see he's missing his middle finger. I'm surprised they never made it part of the show, but who knows, maybe he was touchy about the subject. Apparently, because when I talked to him and I was like, hey man, me and you have something in common. And I went like this, he was just like, oh, cool. And I'm like,
sign something?
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, dude, like, bro, we're missing digit bros, like whatever. And he didn't find that funny. And and he was like, well, he goes, well, mine happened when I was a kid. He's like, what happened to you? And I was like, well, I mean, mine was blown off in Afghanistan. So he's like, cool. You want me to sign anything? Or like, I was like, fucking, you were just not a good person. You're just not a good person.
He's like talking to me, but I was over there fucking mad. I was over there like,
yeah. Well, anyway, anywho's it's. By the way, everybody loves the fact that Mike is in a heart. Yay! I know. I put you in a little heart there. I took it away the bubble. I made you a heart. Let's see. Keith says, "Wait, I've met him multiple times and I never saw it." Yeah, He downplays it. He downplays it. He doesn't like to bring attention to it.
Not a
Phil-
showboat like some people that we know.
He doesn't like use it as part of his intro. Dun, 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 dun. King. So Keith has a question. Sorry, not Keith. Phil, did you see any furries while you were there?
Not this year, but when I first went 2 years ago, yes.
Oh yeah, because that was like fairies, so
Yeah.
that would make more sense.
Fairies,
Not
furries,
kidding.
furry fairies. Yeah, that's fun. So
Did you see any good like cost? Like it was Thriller, right? Like the Michael Jackson. Did
not
anyone
Michael
dress
Jackson
up good?
Thriller.
Yeah, there was also, and I got footage of this too that's gonna come out on Pop Culture Warriors channel. There was a Thriller flash mob that went down. Didn't know about it, didn't hear about it. They kept that one tightly sealed or whatnot, but there ended up being a Thriller flash mob. They had hundreds of people doing it, man. It was dope.
Wait, it's not the Michael Jackson. Am I out of? I'm fucking
Thriller,
touching
as in
there.
like a movie. You would describe a movie as a thriller,
Mm-hmm.
like horror
Oh.
movie, thriller.
I assume it was a song. Like
He
everyone
just
was zombies.
assumed it
Thriller.
was an entire convention of Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Yeah, fucking zombies. Whatever, man. I thought that's cool. Fuck yeah.
I can imagine just a bunch of people in
This is
Jerry
why I don't
curls.
dress up for shit because I always wear the wrong fucking costume.
They had a couple of other, I'm gonna say like lesser known, like they're celebrities, right? So like this guy Chad Weatherford, he's not black, but
Sounds black.
but he's like a principal art director. He's done several like sci-fi films and things to where he's won Emmys on. So he was up there on the panel. This guy Chuck Lighting, who I got a signed graphic novel from Chad Weatherford, Chuck Lighting, and Janelle Monáe as well. They were hidden under some of the seats if you went to that event. But not every signed graphic novel. I'm sorry, not every graphic novel that was under each person's seat was signed. So I was pretty thrilled to actually get a signed copy by those three.
What was it called?
I don't have it on me, man. I don't know.
You know, support black actors, yeah, or black artists.
All right, I'm not gonna read it.
I'm fucking read it. I just gotta support the people. Hey, Jake, how you doing? And by the way, apparently you're echoing Mike, not King. I don't know. I'll deal with it later. I'm not. It is what it is. I put him in a heart and he started echoing. What do you want me to do? It's fucking shit. It is what it is. For King, I was gonna ask a question. You guys threw me off with the echo thing. For Blurred Con, did you get a sense that this is something that is more local, or that like people really travel to come to? Like, you know, oh, I flew in from San Francisco or whatever.
Oh, so that's an excellent question. I'm in a Blurred Con Discord as well as a private Blurred Con Facebook group. There were people that came from California. I personally spoke to somebody as I was walking between the two hotels that they have it at. One person that came from San Francisco and their grandmother flew in from Oregon, Portland, Oregon. And it was their grandmother's first time at a convention, period. It's family friendly for the most part, but it is more adult-ish as the night gets started and things like that. But I would say it's a good mix of people that are local, but there were definitely people that flew in from as far as Portland, Oregon, anyway, that I had saw.
Nice.
From where folks travel.
You know, most intro to kink organization, like they're family friendly. You know, it's good to bring the kids and figure out what kinks they're into early. You know, like why wait till adulthood? Like, let's get them in early. Awesome, man. You know, thank you for sharing. I know that was a great experience for you. I'm excited to see whatever footage comes out of it. And you know me, I love conventions. In fact, we just today got our approval for press passes to AwesomeCon. So AwesomeCon will be there again this year. You know, we're doing San Diego. We're going to be in New York. So love conventions. And, I think it's I've always right now the whole DEI thing is like a super hot button topic for everybody. I'm going to stay off of it, but I do love that when it comes to pop culture, it's inclusive, it is diverse. You know, the more people that can be represented, the better. Let there be gay characters, let there be black characters, let there be Asians and Spanishes and non-binary superhero, whatever the fuck. I don't care. It's all make believe and it's all for fun. So I love the atmosphere of a convention. I've talked about this. Like I suffer like really bad social anxiety. I don't like being out and about. I don't like being around people for the most part. But something about being at a convention, I just feel so at home and so comfortable. It's such a great thing. So for folks at home, if there's a convention near you, go check it out. Even if it's like it doesn't have to be New York Comic Con or something. I go to the local towns, like they do it in like a fucking Days Inn ballroom. It's like
Wherever he's invited. If it's free, he's fucking there.
First of all, I'll have you know, I've paid more money to go to those tiny little
Yeah,
conventions.
because you gotta go to some whole bunk fucking airport and then drive 3 hours.
Yeah,
Do a
because I
con in
can't
some
stay-
dude's basement. It's like, why is there just 5 dudes oiled up down here?
Hey man, a good time's a
Playing
good
Hello
time.
Kitty.
Don't judge. We just talked about not judging, man. We're all inclusive. Dude, thank you so much
I got
for
one more
coming
thing
on.
I've got
before you go.
I've got two
Oh,
quick
wait.
things to add.
Well, hold
Oh,
up.
go
Mad
ahead.
Mike's got one thing, and then you got two things. Go ahead, Mad.
For our Giants, who we getting? Aaron Rodgers or Russell
Oh
Wilson?
Jesus,
Russell
Christ.
Wilson, baby.
That's
Go
what
Big
I
Blue.
Fucking-
Go Big Blue.
You had something, King?
Yeah, so just kind of two quick things. So there were other people that were there, like cosplayers, that if I said their names, you would not know who they are. But on social media, they're rock stars. So like they're walking down, oh, that's Chizzy. You know, like a guy, I'm like, who's Chizzy? Right. But if you're within that space, you
Yeah.
know who he is and things like that. But just also, like you said too, it was so inclusive. Like if people were shy, that was okay. Folks were very friendly throughout the entire time and things like that. My lady went with me, and it was her first ever convention like that, and she enjoyed herself as well. And they've already announced what next year's con theme is going to be, which they typically do within 48 hours of the previous con ending. Next year's is going to be called Geeknik, which is like a play on the word Freaknik. So I think next year's is going to be real interesting when it comes to the theme and kind of how they pull everything together.
Is it Freaknik or Beatnik?
That's what I was gonna
Yeah.
say. I went with beat.
Is it specified? See, this is why I don't fucking stop for theme shit.
See,
Too much interpretation.
yeah, Freaknik is it's interesting. Have either of y'all ever heard of Freaknik?
Yeah,
Not-
but I don't know what it means.
Okay, yeah,
Too
it's
white for that.
it's a black culture thing. It became known for big crazy parties, but it wasn't how it got started. But it used to be an annual spring break festival in Atlanta. That had a whole lot of parties and things going on. There was a whole
It got
documentary
shut
that came
down. I
about as
remember
well,
that now. Yeah,
and it got shut down. Yeah, so they're bringing it back, but calling it Geeknik for BlurredCon 2026.
How funny though, the way you got Mike, the way you got confused with like Thriller and Thriller. What if there's some black nerds who are like, all right, beatnik, black beatnik, all right, and they just come in like overalls and like a big afro, and they're like, beatnik, I'm like, what is wrong with you? Wrong Nick you got going on, but dude, that's awesome. I was gonna ask something. Shit, I've got to get better at this. My God.
I'm looking forward to the next interview.
I've seen your next guest special. I was actually there at the filming of it. If y'all are looking for something to watch, that's fantastic. I was there for the filming of it, and I paid to buy it once this special came out. It's hilarious. Go check it out.
Yes, absolutely. A boy named Shannon. Very, very funny. Since you're here, do you want to plug anything, WTF or not?
Yeah, so this weekend we will be live. Shut up, Mike Larson. At the Sports Bar this Sunday at 8 p.m. U.S. Eastern Standard Time Zone. Myself and the Avatar, affectionately known as Coach, will be live talking about all things sports and life in general. So please tune in.
You sure you don't want to use his government name, since we're just throwing out people's government names on stream? I mean, you call him Coach. He had no idea what I'm talking about. You're just deer in headlights right now.
Did I accidentally say Coach's name?
No,
you said my name, but I don't give
his
a shit.
name multiple times.
I said the short version of Mad Mike.
Yeah,
No,
used
you
my
did
slave
not.
name.
You said the long government version of that name.
I'm gonna exit stage left right now and let that handsome guy come on board. And,
yes. Hey, well, hang on a second, Dwayne. You're in the green room. They can't see you or hear you just yet. So you're good. You hang there, because King doesn't know what the hell's going on here. So don't listen to him. He's the off-field correspondent for this section. So tune in to Sports Bar on Sunday nights. When are you gonna do an interview? Because how many years have you done the Sports Bar now? Not a single sports-related entity has appeared.
soon.
He's gotta fucking upgrade his internet first. He can't crash in the middle of an interview.
Well, you know what it is? If you gotta unplug all those machines in the background. That's the problem. That's the interference.
Got too much power.
all those gadgets you got in the background, man. It's causing too much interference. It messes your internet. Thank you, King, for coming on. We appreciate you, bud. And we'll catch up soon. All right.
All right, y'all. Deuces.
All right. Thanks. All right, ladies and gentlemen. My guest is in the backstage area. I'm going to go greet them. We'll take a short break, but when we come back, we'll have Army veteran and comedian Dewayne White joining us live. Mr. Mike, you gonna hang around, or are you out for the night? Because I know you got the boo boo, and you need your beauty rest and all that stuff.
How long are you gonna take to do this?
We've only been doing this shit for years. You know exactly what
you have no set time frame whatsoever. It could be fucking 30 minutes, or it could be 3.5 hours.
It's whatever the fuck I feel like. That's we should call that. That's to be the name of this show. Whatever the fuck I want. Like that's it is what it is.
Mad Mike wants.
You know what? Yeah, I've had it up to here with you today. So I think you go tuck yourself into bed. You go night. I mean, you're getting cranky. You're getting real cranky.
If I'm here, I'm here. If not, then you close it out.
You heard it first. You heard it here first, folks. If he's here, he's here. Fuck it. Who knows? Whatever. It's live. That's what we do. All right, guys. We're gonna take a short break. When I come back, we'll have our guest. We'll see you in a few minutes. Shucks.
Hey, you there? Yeah, it is right, you. Let me ask you something, alright? Where the hell do you think that you're going? Oh, would you think because the show is going to commercial that means you get to just walk away? Well, CQ asked me to pass on the little message, alright? And it says, I'll be back.
In the shadows of the city bright, where heroes rise and take the fight, there's a voice that breaks the night. It's CQ with the insight. From the comics to the silver screens, talking legends in those crazy scenes, pop culture trends and hidden themes. CQ reveals what it all means. From the comics to the silver screens, talking legends and those crazy scenes, pop culture dreams and hidden themes. CQ reveals what it all means. Pop culture warrior here to ignite, guiding through the tales of light. With CQ leading the charge so bright. We're ready for another flight. Pop culture warrior here to ignite. Guiding through the tales of light. With CQ leading the charge so bright. We're ready for another flight. Marvel at the twists and turns. Villains playing, heroes learn. Every episode we'll discern lessons from the past to learn. Games we play and books we read. CQ's list is what we need. Memories that make us bleed. Together we will take the lead. Pop culture warrior here to ignite. Guiding through the tales of light. With CQ leading the charge so bright. We're ready for another fight. Pop culture warrior here to ignite. Guiding through the tales of light. With CQ leading the charge so bright. We're ready for another flight. Pop culture warrior here to ignite. Guiding through the tales of light. With CQ leading the charge so bright. We're ready for another flight. Pop culture warrior here to ignite. Guiding through the tales of light. With CQ leading the charge so bright. We're ready for another flight.
Hi there. You're watching Pop Culture Warrior. This is the way.
You're watching Pop Culture Warrior. The force is strong. They have the high ground.
Hey, everybody, we're back. Oh, God. Welcome. In case you didn't know, I'm CQ. This is Pop Culture Warrior. And I'm pleased as punch. Pleased as punch today because I have a special guest, someone who I've known for quite a while. I usually write these like really in-depth intros, starting from their early days in Hartford, Connecticut. Like, you know what? I've known this guy for years, and he's a funny dude, and you guys are gonna love him. He's an Army veteran. I want to let him tell his story because who can tell it better than the man himself? So let's just get right to it because I want to enjoy every last moment we have with him. Ladies and gentlemen, Army veteran and comedian Dewayne White, everybody. Yay!
What's up, everybody? How's it going? Hey.
Okay. Hey, there he
What's
is.
up, CQ?
Hey, what's going on, buddy? How are you
Man.
doing, man?
What's up, everybody?
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah,
Good.
Dave,
We
wave high.
waving to the people. What's up? Hey, people. I can't see you, but I think you're out there. I've been told you're out there.
Such a comedian response, right? Like, hey, how's everybody doing tonight? Hey, everybody.
What's up, everybody?
How you
How's it
doing?
going? Hey, put the weights down. What's
All right,
happening?
you're getting the light. You're getting the light, dude. You're like, come on, wrap it
This
up.
is reminding me of Zoom comedy right now, and
Oh,
I don't
God.
like it. It's
Oh man, it's the worst. It's we don't we're not going to go down that rabbit hole, but man,
I didn't mean to
teaching
throw you into,
comedy.
some PTSD from that, man. I'm sorry.
Oh man, like I can't imagine doing it, but like teaching comedy over Zoom is it's almost soul crushing. I want to say feels like the right word.
I would take the almost out.
Is-
It's
is-
100% soul crushing.
Oh,
But yeah, it kind of feels like that. What's up? Hey guys, I'm going to talk to myself for 15 minutes. That's great.
let's do this. I see you out there. Hey, picking your anyway. So first off, because we've got
Yeah.
oh my God, I've honestly I have one of my counters here somewhere. We have a lot of people watching. So tell the fine folks at home. Give us a little bit about you. What's your military connection? How are you connected to that world?
Yeah. So, I mean, I was in the Army for 23 years. Went in 1992 as an enlisted guy. Did some time there. Crossed over. I was a dumb one. I went from intel to infantry because I'm stupid. And and so everybody was like, "Dude, wait, you did what?" That's the opposite of the normal path. So I switched over, became an infantryman just in time to go to Iraq in 03. Got out of the pipeline just in time. Did that for a while. Went back to intel for a while. Worked in the special ops world quite a bit. And yeah, I ended my career as a Russian foreign area guy, so dealt with the Russians a lot, and I've looked it up. They can't call me back because I'm 100% disabled. So don't even try, Army.
Wait,
So
what year did you get out?
Change the rules.
What year did you get out?
I retired in 2015.
2015. So
Yeah.
are you in the window? Well, no, that's 10 years.
Dude.
10
It
10
goes
years.
by.
It flies by, man.
Yeah,
I'll tell you.
dude, insane. 10 years
Yeah.
I've been out, and it's
I-
crazy. People ask me all the time, like, "Do you miss it?" I say no.
you like this. People don't understand. You miss things about it. You don't
I
miss
miss the
it.
people. I miss the fun.
Yeah, you miss the wild shit
I
you
don't
used to
miss
get
having
into.
to do. Yeah, I don't miss having someone tell me I'm a Cat 4 dental and can't go home until that shit's fixed. I don't miss
Yes.
that.
Yes.
I don't miss all the shots. I can choose which shots I get now. It's amazing.
So what you're saying is you're an
I don't need a
anti-vaxxer. Is that what I'm hearing? Anti-vax?
Dude, I got 3 vaccines just last week in a row. I get all of them that they'll give me now. If it's free, I take it, dude.
You asked for
I
extra.
went in freaking March and got the flu shot, another COVID thing, and the shingles because they'll finally give it to me because I've had to wait till I turned 50. They wouldn't give it to me. I was like, I've had shingles. Give me the damn shot, and they refused. So I tried to lie about my age in Walgreens checks just so everybody knows.
That's awesome. I love that. Okay, so the first thing, we talked the military, which is awesome. Thank you for your service, by the way. Just I want you to know,
thanks.
appreciate your
From the
service.
bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Thank you for your service.
We love that phrase.
Gotta love that phrase. God damn. That is the biggest fuck you nowadays, I think, within the branches.
If
you guys,
another service member tells you
oh
that.
God, yeah, that's it's when one service to another. And we've got an active chat. So if you guys, by the way, if you guys out there have questions for Dewayne White, by all means, put in the chat. We'll get to it as we can. But they're just chit chatting about the 6th Day, the movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's a big touching point today for some reason. So as one does with cloning movies.
I don't know about.
Yeah, it's old and terrible.
I just saw that Arnold Schwarzenegger has an audiobook out that he narrates, which I think should be illegal.
That's terrible. That's a horrible.
Sure.
He probably doesn't even narrate it. They probably hired an Arnold impersonator to read it. Somebody who's
an AI
who can read. Yeah,
read this as Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh, this is very good.
Very, very good. So we talk a lot about pop culture stuff. What is it that you geek out about? What are you super into?
What am I super into? This is where I lose all of your audience members. I don't watch the Marvel stuff. I don't know any of the superheroes. I don't even know what team they are on. I think the geekiest thing I do is like I geek out about like hunting and stuff like that. Like that's my geeky thing because I can tell you what the bow speed is and what exactly the arrows weigh and how they roll and things like I'll get geeky about that. I'll cover myself in dryer sheets that smell like dirt, or I'll rub the dirt flavored dryer sheets. They don't say they smell like dirt, but they do. They smell like dirt. It's insane. They have different names like
the deer urine. Isn't that a thing? Like you put the deer urine on you?
Okay, so sort of yes, but in Virginia, where I live, it's been illegal for several years to use real deer urine. So they have synthetic deer urine, which I refuse to buy because I don't know how you test that. I don't know how you know it's done.
What's wrong with some organic?
Can't talk.
Right. Some organic, good old fashioned milked from a deer urine. I mean,
milked from a deer's. Yes, they catch it. It's a whole thing. And yes, I used to use that. Not on myself. Like I didn't put it. Not a lot. I didn't put a drop behind the ears. You don't want to be crazy, but it is weird. Like I would buy deer piss. That's not a normal thing to buy.
Yeah.
But
well,
yes,
I mean, as an adult buying things, like.
Yeah, but that shit probably smells way better than the stuff I was buying.
It smells like sadness.
You would hang it on a tree, and like the dumb deer would find it, and they would come and be like, "Hey, I'm getting laid tonight." It was basically the equivalent of like hanging up a bra outside of a barracks at Fort Bragg. People are gonna come check it out.
Yeah,
mostly the dumb ones.
There's some chicks. They're ready to go, man.
Hey, man, I heard there's 3 chicks at this bar. Well, all 400 of us should go.
That's a good time. All right, so
I do geek out about that, I guess. Though I mean, yeah. So.
It reminds me of so many stories. Oh God. So, uh, you know, we absolutely have to talk about your 1 hour stand-up special, which I've seen. It cracked me up from start to finish. Really, really well done. Really good. I saw it on Amazon. I don't know how do I get an affiliate? Do I get like 10 cents for every time I say it or something? Go watch it on Amazon.
I'll give you 10 of all the cents I get when I finally start getting paid for it in
There you go.
2075.
Right.
I don't know.
How does this-
let's just say the first comedy special contract does not benefit the artist as much as one thinks.
Yeah,
But
right.
it's good. I have no complaints. It's great.
Yeah.
No, I got a great distributor. They're awesome. I'm just joking. It's just kind of I joke, but yeah, Comedy Dynamics is distributing it, so I'm super stoked. They're the same people that do, like Eliza Schlesinger and
all the
geez, I can't
comics.
think right now. All the big guys, but
Yeah.
Gaffigan, that's who I'm thinking of. Jim Gaffigan, stuff like
Gaffigan,
that.
okay.
So yeah, it's a great company. I'm super stoked that they picked it up and they're pushing it onto Apple and Amazon Prime and all that. So it's awesome.
Yeah, I was gonna
And
say.
it's
So,
out. It's out
so
right now.
where
check it
can
out.
people watch? Because I know it's on Amazon. I know it's like it's not
Amazon
on
Prime,
Spotify.
Apple TV Plus. It's the audio. You can listen to it on the way to work on Spotify. I tell everybody, listen to it on Spotify. Make your dogs listen to it when you leave the house. Put it on. Fool the algorithm. Do whatever you can.
On a loop.
Make it seem like it's too pop. But it's a great. I think it's a great special. I'm really proud of it. It's super cool. A lot of military stuff on there. We talk about veteran stuff.
yeah.
Talk about going to Iraq and my looking for WMD and not finding it.
Of course.
Sorry.
You
I
talk
looked
about
everywhere,
your
everybody.
kids.
Sorry about
you talk about your kids. You talk about. I love the stuff about your wife. Obviously. I mean.
Yeah, she doesn't love it as much. She's good with those jokes, but I think I pushed the envelope maybe a little too hard recently. So I might be needing a place to stay. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Thank you. If I can hang at your place, that'd be
There's
great.
there's room here in the studio. You're good.
In the toy room.
Yeah, in the toy room. I have a toy bed somewhere around here you can sleep on.
Perfect. If I could sleep in a race car, that would be the best. That would be dope.
I'm gonna get a race car bed. I'm gonna do
I can
that.
get a race car bed.
It's got to be a DeLorean though. That's it's just
I know a guy, dude. I know a guy that has a real DeLorean in this town that is an exact replica of the one from Back to the Future. He even has Mr. Juicer. He takes it out. It's a place where I hunt. Actually, it's this dude's property. The first time I go over there, he goes, "Hey man, you've seen my car?" I go, "No." I'm thinking, what is this? It's going to show me like some kind of Porsche or Corvette. He rips it off. It's the Back to the Future DeLorean. I'm like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. It is insane. So maybe I could geek out about that. It was cool, man. It's weird when you're sitting in a tree stand and you see him leave in a DeLorean.
You're like, oh shit, what year is he going to?
Yeah, no shit. Can you go back like 30 minutes and tell me where the deer are? That would be good.
So let's back it up a little bit because I want to talk about comedy, how you found yourself in comedy. What obviously for you to be in it this long, you've obviously fallen in love with it. So tell us the courtship of comedy and how you how you fell in love with comedy. Take us down a story.
Say it's an origin story, aren't you supposed to say that in this pop culture
give us
world?
your origin story. Very nice, very nice.
I mean, I was born a poor black child. No, so
a poor black child named Shannon. That's first of all, but yes,
yes. As a comic, the special is called A Boy Named Shannon, because that's my real name. They just named me Dewayne so I could fool people a second time. But yeah, so I think all comedians start the same way. We had a bad childhood, and that's pretty much how it works. I wanted to be a comic. Kid you not, since I was like 8 years old. I knew it's what I wanted to do. It was my dream. It's 100% what I wanted to do. And a few years ago, my son was in high school and he was looking at colleges and we were having this big debate. I'd just taken a government job that I hated myself for taking because I was like, I knew I didn't want to do it, but I did it. No offense to government employees. I think you're great. I don't feel like you're
getting what you deserve.
They're saying about you in the media right now. This is my disclaimer. If you have GS in front of your title, sorry. Not my choosing. I'm not pro that. But anyway, no, I hated it. I knew I was going to hate it. And so I was talking to my son. I was having all these conversations like, don't follow money, follow your dreams, do what you want to do, follow what you love, find a passion. And for his, it was hunting. He ended up going into wildlife, which I was super happy about. But yeah, I was doing all these. I was having these conversations, and I told him in this, I was like I wanted to be a stand-up comedian, and I never tried it, and I was pissed at myself because I never tried it. Now I got these, and now I'm wearing a tie every day, and I want to kill myself. And he said, and so I went up to DC for a meeting and to talk about like nuclear weapons or something, boring. And so I went in. I got there early because I'm military, and that's what we do. And I went into the Starbucks across the street, and there was a flyer for. I swear to God, it said, "Are you a military veteran? Have you thought of doing stand-up comedy?" And I was like, "What in the hell are you talking about?" Yeah, it was. I always say it's like the Ron White bit. It's like, "Are you naked on a folding chair eating Cheetos?" Like, "Yes, sir, I am." It was that exact. It was like I was like, "Well, I'd be a hypocrite if I didn't try it," and I tried it. Amazing organization that I know you're involved with just as much, called Armed Services Arts Partnership. Super cool. Taught a class. Went and took this class at the DC Improv. Started in comedy, and then now I teach that class. Fell in love with it. I tour all over the world at this point. So it kind of worked out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So follow your dreams. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Stay off drugs. Stay in school.
Stay off drugs. Stay off drugs. And, well, most of them. And
the
follow
hard
your
ones.
dreams.
The hard ones. Know
Stay
the
off
difference.
the hard ones.
Know the difference.
Remember,
so-
it's still illegal with the federal government.
Yes. Yes. Fall within the CDC lines, and you'll be fine.
Yes.
Yes.
So that was a quick version of how I became a comedian.
Very, very, yes, very quick of the long story. You're doing great to fill time, by the way. Thank you. We've got a whole hour special to do here, guys. Slow it down. What do we always tell people? Slow it down. You're going too fast. Ease into it. Let it come to you.
That is the key to comedy. Slow down.
Slow it down. And you have gotten to do comedy in some truly amazing, legendary places. Like, run us through the list, man. Come on, this is your chance to pat yourself on the back, flex on us a little bit. Where are some of the places you've performed? Who are some of the people?
Oh my God. I'm not good at this. Okay, yes. I've been very lucky. I've gotten to do comedy at a lot of cool places. Caroline's on Broadway before it shut down. I was super stoked to do that one. It was probably one of my favorites ever. That was amazing because I was kind of interspersed with Mark Norman and Sal Vulcano and all these amazing Joe Firestein, all these great comics that are out there. So that's one. Obviously the DC Improv, stuff like that. Recently had a great time. I was just recently out in LA. I got to do a couple shows at the Laugh Factory in LA, a couple shows at Flappers, which I'd done once before, but the best one I got to do Comedy and Magic, which was amazing. That is like a dream come true club, and hopefully I'll be out there again in a month or so. But yeah, so it's some of those places. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, the special. But I just did my first. This was fun. I just did my first time in Canada. So I just did that. That was an absolute blast. I got to go up to Yuck Yucks and up in Canada, and then I did a theater show. Actually, an old Army buddy of mine set that up. An old roommate of mine from 30 years ago runs a theater thing out there, so I get to do 2 shows up in Michigan at theaters that were amazing. But yeah, probably the coolest thing I just got done with in November. We were in Poland for 3 weeks on an Armed Forces entertainment tour. An amazing time. So cool to finally be on the other end of that thing. I've been to a million shows and been the person sitting there in BDUs or. Sorry, I just dated myself, but that person sitting there in uniform, watching the shows. It was super cool to be on the other end of that. So we did 3 weeks. I think we did 13 shows in Poland, all over the country, and just got word a couple, probably about a month ago, that I'm going back in next November. We're doing. Looks like, assuming, we're not at a full-fledged war, but that we're doing, Latvia, Estonia, Poland again. So it'll be a lot of fun. Cool. So super stoked about that. That's a lot of fun. So.
I should have introduced you as international comedian extraordinaire.
Internationally renowned.
Renowned, known throughout the world. Because this is all factual.
I don't know if I'd say the world. I went to Canada. I went to London, Ontario, Canada. It's not exactly, the great.
I've been to London, Canada.
Yeah, It's London's different. Look, this is the best part. We were there the whole weekend. A buddy of mine, I was opening for her, and then she opened for me in Michigan. It was so much fun. But we did the day we were leaving Canada, the server at the hotel restaurant was like, "Hey, I just want to say," it was the most Canadian shit. He goes, "I just want to say sorry, so sorry that they booed your anthem. That's really not how we do. That's not very nice." And he just went off for like 5 minutes apologizing. I was like, you know what, dude? I kind of got it at the time. I'm not mad at you. I get it. But he was totally like apologizing. And it was the other part of the country. It was not even near where we were. But he's like, I just want you to know. It was the greatest thing. It was the most Canadian thing I've ever seen in my life. It was amazing.
Oh God. You should have went like uber American. Listen here, you
listen here, buddy.
Listen.
Step into us, Jim.
Tell me all about your problem. Just real go out of South Park style.
You guys have weird money. What's up? That's great.
I thought all you Canadians talked like this. That's what they show in South Park, but
they
I guess
were so
not.
nice. They were so nice. I felt like I didn't want him to introduce me and tell him I was from America, and I especially didn't want him to tell him I was from DC. Because they're like, this next comic comes from Washington, D.C. I literally heard a Canadian lady, I have it on film, it's great. She goes, stay there. She was great. Like, by 2 minutes in, she's like, I like you. She was trying to meet me at Tim Hortons the next morning for coffee. I was like,
sorry about it. Sorry about it. Oh, man.
Ridiculous, man.
That's funny. Yeah, that's great. And obviously, you've parlayed that from learning comedy to doing comedy to teaching comedy. You put together shows. I know you have like your own Dewayne White brand of comedy
Dwayne
productions.
Yep.
It's you make it look easy is what I'm trying to say.
Oh.
You make it look easy, and I know how hard it is to really do all this. So what drives? Why? Tell me why.
I don't
What's your
think
why?
Man, if I could answer that question, it would be. I mean, well, first of all, here's what I say about making it look easy, and I got to throw this out there: is my wife is huge in helping me do this. When we started. Like I said, I run a room here in DC, or just south of DC in the suburbs of Virginia. But I mean, if it wasn't for her, I couldn't do a lot of the things I do, because that way we can keep the room going on the weekends when I'm out of town on the road. So she runs all that, and she's taken over more and more of the operation side of that. So I don't have to as much, which is amazing. And I don't pay her, which is cool. Even better. But no, it's just, I think it's one of those things that, man, if you have a passion, you can't not do it. Like, you have to have all those toys behind you, right? So you have to collect the latest shield. But
It's true. It's real.
But no, I mean, I just think, I think, and I know it's been said before, but the last person I've heard say it was Taylor Tomlinson. I think it was. She said, if you can do anything else and be happy doing it, do that instead of comedy, because the road will kill you, the writing will kill you. It is everybody thinks we just get up and talk, and it's not. I read one study, I don't know how you actually quantify this, but they were saying for every 1 minute of A-level material, it takes like 24 hours of work. And I think it's actually probably more when you think about it, because it's constant, on the road, constantly writing, constantly working, constantly doing shows that suck in the middle of nowhere,
for no money.
The Upper Peninsula of Michigan, where there's more dead animals on the wall than there are people in the crowd. But it's just one of those passionate things. I couldn't not do it. It would kill me to not do it at this point.
There it is. Yes.
That's the bottom line.
Yeah. No, I've done the show where you're at the VA facility where it's two people in pull-up chairs 3 inches in front of you, and you're like, all right, we're doing this. Let's go.
Or worse, they're 20 feet away from you, and you're like,
facing the other way.
Yeah. Hey, there's a moat between us. This is fun.
We've talked about it before on the show. I did comedy, and I got to, do awesome, I got to do an up and comer showcase at fucking what's it in Gotham in New York.
Yeah.
Which was stupid because it was like I wasn't an up or comer, so I was neither. And but the Gotham guy had went to an ASAP show and he saw me and he liked me. He's like, "Hey, I'd love to have you come on." And I was like, "Okay." Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah. Hell yeah,
But
dude. I mean, yeah, I've been Gotham a couple times. It's awesome. It's such a good club. You never know who's
It's
going to drop in. It's the craziest thing.
craziest.
The last time I was there, I think Gaffigan dropped in and did 20. It's amazing. That's a
God.
cool place. So check
Yes.
out Gotham if you're in New York.
Yeah, definitely go to Gotham in New York. I mean, comedy
Go on a
clubs are-
Monday, you might see Seinfeld or Gaffigan. Just
Yeah.
saying, everybody.
or Dwayne White.
They
You
show
never
up.
know. You never know when he pops in. You know, he might
You
be
never
there.
know, but somebody you actually know who they are. This is a good time to plug my Instagram, White Dewayne Comedy, DEWAYNE. White Dewayne Comedy. If I don't have 1 million more followers after this episode, come on. It's
What
crazy.
was the
Which will
point?
bring me up to 1 million.
Yeah, it's a grand
Really?
total of 1 million.
Grand
That
total of 1 new follower.
but it's true to touch on what you were saying. It's not so much the doing the comedy, maybe not even so much the writing the comedy, but the amount of time and effort, to get out there and perform the comedy is truly what separates people that love to do it, that want to do it, that are going to be successful in it. I think we've had this conversation before where we said there are people who like you're incredible, you're amazing, you are the thing, but they're like, but I just don't want to go out there. I got better. It's like it's not the people that you would think are the next big thing. It's the people that are going to grind and forgo
Yeah, it's
pleasure in their life. How many of them end up divorced and like all these, because it's soul crushing. But if it's
Wait,
all
what do
that,
you know?
yeah, if it's all that matters to you and all that you love and all that you're passionate about, it makes sense. To what you said, I had a conversation with Mike Birbiglia. We were at I think this was in Virginia Beach. He was doing his Funny Bone in Virginia Beach, and we're talking. And I had asked him. I said, like when you're doing your special, how much of that, like how much are you writing to get to that point? And he told me, he goes, I'll have 4 to 5 hours in a day where like I turn off my phone, I turn off the TV, like I completely. And he goes, I just write feverishly. I write, and he goes, if I'm lucky and I do that for a whole week, maybe one joke that I came up with in these books and books and books I write might make a special one day. And it's like, holy shit, when you put it into that, like
That's saying something too, because
he's great. Go ahead.
Oh, that dude. Well, I was just talking to somebody yesterday that did shows for him, produced shows for him online, and he was doing like a new half hour every week online during the Zoom days. I mean, yeah, it's okay. It's a Zoom half hour, so it's a little different. But at the same time, it was like, he was just like, dude, I couldn't believe it. This guy's got so much material. And like you said, I mean, you got to pick and choose and go, okay, I want to put this on the special. I want to put that on the special. And I don't have nearly the, the giant, vast knowledge or vast amount of material that Birbiglia does. That dude's a genius, so it's like, all right, well, this is funny. I'll put it on.
Yeah.
But,
and two, like, and tell me I'm wrong by all means, but I've noticed in my time around comedy that, there's not just such a difference in style of like, oh, there's the storyteller and there's the one-liner and all that, but even so far as the type of performer, right? The person that's very still and very solemn versus the person that's explosive and all over the stage and expressive, and and so like it just developing who you are as a comedian could take years before it's like you even have something you want to say.
Yeah, no, it's for real. And how do you say it? Like, I mean, I know it's funny. Well, PT Bratton, he's a great friend of mine. He was on my special. I was on his. He'll tell you, we have this discussion all the time because we teach together. It's the idea of finding your voice. Who the hell are you, right? Who are you trying to be? How do you, what's your persona on stage, right? He started as a very angry guy, and he's a former pastor. It's like, it's not and he'll tell you, he's like, it didn't work for me. I thought I was going to be angry. I started out funny and nice and ha ha ha, and now I sell t-shirts that say anger is my love language, which you can get at DewayneWhiteComedy.com. Anyway, but no, it is but I do, right? So I was like, I had to figure out, like, this is going to be my voice. And, I think it's easier to find your voice when you're a little older, like, when you're starting in your 40s, like I did. You kind of know who you are a little bit better. It's fun to watch these kids that come out, they're 21, 22 years old, and to watch them kind of morph their voice. That's one of the good things about having a room where, new people can come through and try once in a while, and to watch them go from like who they think they are when they're 19, 20 to who they are at, 2 or 3 years later, to see them kind of develop that and figure out kind of who they are as people and who they are as performers. It's a cool thing. But yeah, it's that idea of finding your voice, find out who you're going to be on stage. You know what I mean? And it's not easy. I think some people, that's where people say that 10 years, and it's a lot of times for these younger guys especially to find their voice. It does take a long time. It definitely can.
It is so hard to do. We do have a question in the chats. This is from, where is it? Tan, T-H-A-N-H, Tan. He says, "Hi, Dewayne. What were your steps to achieving your current state in comedy? I have a few friends that are seriously funny and want to pursue, but don't know where to start."
Man, good question. I had the exact same question. Bottom line is you got to find open mics in the area and start going out. I mean, that's the bottom line. And it sounds super easy to say that. It's the exact same thing someone told me. They're like, "Hey man, go, you got to find an open mic and go try." But the idea is, it's very intimidating to go to an open mic, no questions asked. So if you can find a friend to go with you, or a couple, then once you go there and people know you and recognize your face and stuff, it makes it a lot easier to show up at these open mics. And then, you just keep going out and doing the grind. And like CQ said, honestly, you may not even be the funniest person, but if people see you working at it, people start to go, "Okay, I see this person around. I'll give them a spot." And then, just knowing people when you get out there, and it makes it a lot easier, and you'll find out about other mics that are friendly, other mics that new people can go to and stuff like that. And, but the bottom line is you just got to go to an open mic and try your stuff. It's a weird art form, man. Musicians can write a song in their basement and play it and go, "Yeah, this is great." The first time people hear it. For us, we need those people. We need to take it and put it in front of audiences as well. There's classes out there that you can take that'll help you get in. If you're a veteran, I highly suggest ASAP, Armed Services Arts Partnership, because it's free. It's not a money grab. A lot of classes around the area sometimes are kind of money grabs where people like just want to take your money and stuff like that. But ASAP actually tries to, it's free to you. So, we're not trying to make money off of it. It's just, it's a nonprofit. So, we actually, break down how to write a joke, how to go out to an open mic, all the different things. So, highly suggest that one. And if you have any veteran affiliation at all, your parents were veterans, your friends, your brothers, well, maybe not your friends, but
You'd be surprised.
But,
You'd be surprised.
I know. I mean, sometimes we can get pretty liberal, right? But it's a great place to start. So I highly recommend that.
We've talked much about ASAP. Back in the day, I had Sam on, the founder of ASAP, and he's a good friend, and it's a great organization. And there's actually quite a few people in the and there's a few people in the chats that we've talked about it so much have signed up and participated in ASAP programming. So very, very
I was
happy.
Instructor, sorry, I was mean.
If
you weren't funny, that's my fault.
If you weren't funny, my fault. That was on me. I was having a bad day. Yeah.
But if you weren't funny, that's on me.
That's on me. I like
but
it.
mostly you.
Where do you see this realistically go? I hate to say this because it sounds like such a patronizing thing. Where do you see this whole thing going? But more like what are your goals?
Where do you see yourself?
Where do you see yourself in 5 years? But what are your goals? For this?
No, I mean, I'll be honest. What I want to see is to be a club headliner. Everybody's got different ideas of what they want to do. I want to be a club headliner, around the world. I'm doing at the big clubs like the Funny Bones and stuff like that. I'm doing a lot of feature spots, which is, the middle spot, just before the headliner. And I do smaller clubs and I do a lot of bar shows. I'm on this tour called the Pub and Grub Tour. We do bizarre bars all over the country, and I do headliner spots there. And, I'm starting to get more and more headliner spots. But that's the goal for me. Some people want to do stadiums and stuff like that. I really don't care. Some people want to do cruise ships, which I would like to do once in a while. But a lot of people find their thing. But for me, it's right now, at least if you ask me right now, I would say comedy clubs. I just love everything about comedy clubs. It's so bizarre. It's such a weird place. I like the way they smell. I like the way they sound. I like the way that, they look. It's a weird geeky thing that I just like clubs. And so that's it for me. So, and then, we take the other gigs, we take the private gigs that maybe crush your soul, so that you can do those.
Hey, you pay the bills. Sometimes, hey, you got to pay the bills somehow. I mean, it is what it is. Like the
sometimes those private gigs actually turn out to be fun. Sometimes they're creepy and you get trapped in a basement for a few hours, which has happened, but it's a whole thing.
Or corporate ballroom, like a corporate office is weird. I've done a baby shower. I've done a baby shower.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's awkward.
I can't tell you the number, and I refuse to do them now. I will not do retirement homes anymore. I won't do it. I did them for a while. I won't do it. My favorite retirement home we did, it was me and Nick Baskerville. I don't know if you know Nick, but just so I can describe everybody, Nick is the nicest human being on the planet. About a 6 foot tall black dude with a giant afro. Amazing dude, hilarious comic. And we go do this show at a retirement community, and we're standing there on the way out. They're all walking out, and he leans in and goes, "Ma'am, did you have fun?" And she just ignores him. And he goes, "Oh, ma'am, did you have fun?" And I'm like, I immediately go, "Oh, she's being racist. Like this old woman, she's being racist because a black man is talking to her." That's what I'm thinking. And he, for the third time, he goes, "Ma'am, did you have a good time?" And the lady that's pushing her out looks up and goes, "Oh, she's deaf." Then why the hell is she in a comedy show? That's mean. That's mean to do to this woman. So you're just putting her in there, letting her watch her friends laugh. That's bullshit. And that's like it. I'm like, I'm done. I'm no more retirement.
I need you to tell the story. God, I hope this was you. I remember you telling me a story about a 9/11. Didn't you did a spot for a 9? Was it you? I swear it was you, or maybe it wasn't you. God damn it! Now I feel stupid.
9/11 spot?
Yeah. Well, so and it was years ago.
I would never joke about not. Actually, I would, but
yeah. No, it might have been like Garvey or somebody. But
it must have been Garvey. That sounds more of a Garvey story.
It sounds like, but they were told like, hey, and it might have been like, it was like September 10th. They were going to do a thing. And like it was to honor September 11th. And cause we had a conversation about like the most awkward thing you'd been asked. And I swear I thought it was you, but it might've, maybe it was Pruitt. It might've been Pruitt.
It wasn't, I don't think it was me. I don't have any 9/11 story. If I do, I blocked them out.
God, yeah, I was gonna say it might've been James Pruitt, but the whole thing is, he said that, he goes, well, they asked me to do to do it, and I said, okay, yeah, great, I'm family friendly, we know the whole PG whatever, and they go, hey, by the way, if you can throw in some 9/11 jokes, that'd be great. And he's like, what? And so like he did his best, but he's like, how do you tell someone to do 9/11 jokes at the like memorial? Like it was a whole thing, and I went like,
this guy gets it right.
You
airplane food? What? Oh my god!
And you thought the airplane food was bad? Yeah. No, so I was just like, I'm like, man, like some people just have no. Like, okay, yeah, sure. Like I don't know.
Oh yeah, people at comedy shows that aren't comics. Look, we love you. I just want to break this down for everybody. You don't need to give us jokes afterwards. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. We can do it without that. We're not going to use what you say in our little skits, as you say. We're not going to do that. Your life's not that interesting. It's fine. I had a lady tell me a story this week. It's like, you can use this. And it was all about a relative she had. And I'm like, no one knows your cousin Joe. Like, this isn't cool. That is the equivalent for the military people. That is the equivalent of walking up going, oh, my buddy was in the Army. Do you know John? It's the same thing. It's the same damn thing. You got to
Yes.
stop.
Yes.
We love you, and we want to talk to you after the shows, but you don't have to give us material. It's okay.
Yeah. I love
It's
it.
okay.
I love it. You know, and God, if somebody could give me a good joke, that'd be fine. But it's always it's like, I had this weird thing on my toe, and the doctor was like, "That's the ugliest thing you've ever seen. You can use that. You can use it if you want." I'm like, "The fuck?
You have a fucked up toe? I don't
Like-
want to use that.
Like,
I don't
what
like
is- what am
feet.
what am I supposed to do with that?" Yeah.
There's a lady had a fucked up toe. Thanks, Jan.
Hey, everybody,
Appreciate it.
you ever meet a lady who's got a fucked up toe? That's the end of that joke. Thank you. Good night.
That's it.
I know something.
We're just kidding. Please come see us after the shows.
Yes.
Just save the jokes. It's like, and if the next person, I started this, and it doesn't happen. When I first started, the question I got at every show, and I don't know why it hasn't happened lately, thank God, but it was like, "Have you seen Miss Maisel?" I'm like, "I will kill you if you ask me this again." Yes, I've seen the first episode. It's not realistic at all.
Yeah.
We're done. Like, go move on.
While it's a great show, the comedy part of it I don't find funny. I really don't. But I mean, the show's great. Great show, but the comedy parts I don't enjoy.
A realistic show. What's Crashing? That'll teach you a lot about comedy.
Oh my God! Now that's a great comic show.
Except for the
Crashing.
fact that he makes it in like a year. He's
Yeah.
like, he goes from being like a nobody open micer to like making it in a year. It's like, that's not real. That's not how that works.
That's not how. Well,
Unless
some
you're Howie
people.
Mandel and you're just lucky. It doesn't work that way.
There's so many things that are floating through my mind to ask, like, when. Sorry, you ever like? There's so many things going in your head at once. I don't know where to start. Let's see. So people out there are offering you lots of jokes, by the way. So yeah,
Please read them.
I'll catalog them and I'll send them to you so that you can use them for your next special.
Just read one or two. I'd love to. Just
there's stuff about Taco Bell's. Another color to the pride flag. Flag is made out of different red sauces. The usual helpful stuff that we get.
Taco Bell added hot sauce to the pride flag.
Yeah, so lots of different things. Actually, let me ask you this.
That's a weird burn.
I know one of the things that irritated me the most when I was actively doing comedy, because it's been a while.
This feels like we're just shitting on all the audiences. Please,
Absolutely.
we love you. Come to our shows.
No, fuck you.
No,
I love you guys.
No,
I love you guys.
come to my shows.
Go
Check
support.
out my website. There's shows on it. I'm a nice guy.
We're plugging. I just play an asshole on shows.
On stage. I'm not that mean.
When I was
I won't even pick on you.
When I was actively doing comedy, I hated when people would either go like, "Oh, you do tell me a joke." That's one of the worst.
Oh yeah, that's the worst.
But also like, "Oh, what's your best joke? Like, tell me your funniest joke." Which, I know you can explain this as well as anyone, but it's like for most of us, we're not Mitch Hedberg dropping a one-liner. Like, there's a story, there's a context to it, and just pulling out a random story.
There's a science to it.
Yeah.
I just tell them where the next show is and that they can buy tickets. It was great. It was great. I did have a girl when I went to New York when we were doing Caroline's. We were checking in, and the lady goes, "Oh, you're a comedian?" I'm like, because we were trying to get him to come out to the show, and she's like, "Tell me a joke." I go, "No." She's like, "What?" I go, "Do you check people in at the hotel?" And she goes, "Yeah." I go, "When you're not getting paid?" She goes, "Oh." I'm like, all right, 8:00 down at Caroline's. Go check it out. I'll be there. Like, dude, I'm checking in. It's like, perform. No, I'm in a hotel lobby in New York. It's not fun. This isn't,
I always imagine like the cartoon style of like you pull down a shade and it's the backdrop, and you're like, "So, where you from? Tell me where you're from." You just like break out a microphone.
Here, hold this spotlight. Hold this spotlight. I can't talk.
Without the light.
Like this. I will say I cannot. I was at a show in Austin a while back, and the microphone died. And like a normal human would just put the microphone down and talk. but I can't talk without my hand actually being near my face. It's the
Yes.
most obnoxious thing. It is
Yeah.
like I can't be like, hey guys, I can't be funny like this with jazz hands. It's insane.
What do I do with my hands? What do I do?
I don't know what to
I don't know
do
what
with
to
my
do with my
hands.
hands.
I want to start touching myself like I'm on Molly. It's weird. I don't understand it.
Yes. People are saying like it's like dance, monkey dance. Yes, that's exactly.
Yes, it is. Dance, monkey.
It's exactly what it is. So at this point, because we haven't done it enough, let's plug some of your socials. Let's
Yeah,
plug
man.
the site. First of all, what kind of merch we talking about? Like what kind of options at merch do we have? Because I'm a merch
Oh, we
dealer
got
myself. You know, you got to
yeah,
have
we
the
got
merch.
it's online on the online shop. It's mostly t-shirts. If you go to Dewayne White Comedy, you got to spell it right. Dewayne. That's what screws everybody up the most. De like delayed ejaculation. It's a whole thing. But DWayneWhiteComedy.com. Or if you feeling a little racist, I also have WhiteDewayneComedy.com. It's a whole thing. But yeah, so you can check that out. But yeah, and on there, that's the website, and you can do the shirts are on there. If you click on the store, there's t-shirts. There's Anger's My Love Language t-shirts, which are gonna get discontinued soon. So if you want to grab one soon. They can ship them right to your house. It's a great deal. And then there's also just the regular Dewayne White Comedy ones. There's soon going to be one. I'm just going to put this out there. An exclusive. The next shirt has to do with my failed service dog, and it just says "Service Human, Do Not Pet." And I'll have my logo on it on the back. That's the next one. I have stickers with that I give out at shows, but because I have a dumb service dog, which we can talk about later if you want. But he's an idiot. but yeah, it's so DewayneWhiteComedy.com, or the best place. There's no merch there, but love to get the follows on Instagram at White Dewayne Comedy, DEW. White Dewayne Comedy on Instagram. That's the best place to go. I'm on TikTok at Dewayne White Comedy because they shut down my other one, my White Dewayne. It's a whole thing. Yeah, so that's why I have 0 people there. But anyway, they just shut me down. One day I just opened up and I had no warnings, no like, hey, what's the deal? They just shut me down, and I have no idea why. It just, they said it was for sexual content. I'm like, I tell jokes. What are you talking about? I'm like all the people that are naked on TikTok that are dancing around, and I get banned for life. Okay. But yeah, it was great. I told one, I think it may have been, I don't know. I did a joke about, I go turkey hunting, and you call turkeys and you try to act like a hen and call in the dudes. And I did mine. I did that. And I called in like 6 hens that morning, and I did a joke where I flipped it over, and my call was made by Subaru. I don't know if that's what did it. Doesn't seem like it would.
Obviously, yeah.
But it was a different time. Like now, I would probably get an award.
You can't. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. You can't say things like that on the internet. I don't know. I don't know what you're thinking. Start the apology tour right now.
Yeah. So just saying, I'm a fan of lesbians. I'm also a fan of Subarus. They're great cars. Always, I'm very pro lesbian.
Subaru.
I've been for a long time. If you look at my internet search, you would know that that's true.
Yes.
I'll let it speak for itself.
I've only ever loved lesbians. There's a question. They wanted to know, was the actual Dewayne White taken, or was that never even considered? The actual Dewayne White.
Oh, saying the actual?
No, as in your handle. I believe it's as in your handle. The actual Dewayne White.
I didn't look. I didn't think. I didn't. When I started Instagram, I didn't really know what it was going to be. Actually, I was Dewayne White Comedy at first, and somebody hacked and took my Instagram, and then deleted all. That all got deleted. So that's when I had to change to White Dewayne Comedy, and that was basically because one of my buddies was making fun of me and said, you would be in my neighborhood, you would be White Dewayne. And I was like, that's my new handle. That's how that worked out. Like,
I mean,
yes. I love it.
I'm going to pitch something. By all means, feel free to use it for your comedy in the future.
Oh, thank you. I love it. Let's go.
The idea. I couldn't even finish the sentence when I'm laughing. The idea that you were named Shannon Dewayne. It's like they were in witness protection.
I know.
They put you in.
They just did a lot of weed, my parents. I think that's what it was. They just were high, and they're like, how can we screw his life up forever?
Oh my god.
My
There's-
dad was a huge Johnny Cash fan. I can only think of A Boy Named Sue.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
Boy Named
understand it.
Sue. Yeah. I forgot
That's
about that.
where A Boy
Wow.
Named Shannon came from. That's the name of the special. You can search for that. A Boy Named Shannon
Yep.
on Amazon
There's,
and
there-
Apple TV.
there's something there about hedging their bets. And we can say this as comedians. This is gonna sound mean, but it's not. Mom.
I do not
Mom
condone this.
She wasn't sure. She wasn't sure if you were gonna be a Dewayne or you were gonna be a Shannon or you were gonna. We had to hedge our bets. And,
Oh God. Oh my God.
there's-
If my mom sees this, she's gonna fly to wherever the hell you are, Ezekiel.
She's gonna find me. I'll find you.
She's gonna find you and be like, "What the
Keep
fuck?"
my
Dad?
boy's name out your goddamn.
Goddamn mouth. No, it is funny. It was my dad's idea, and I talk about that in the special. I talk
Right.
about being named Shannon, how it was my dad's idea. It was his mom. This is a true story. My mom said when I wrote this joke, I sent a video of it to my mother, and one of the first times I performed it, and she sends me an email back. I had the email to this day. It says it's your dad's fault. He insisted on naming you Shannon. I was going to name you John Edward. That's a swear to God is what she says to me. And I'm like, my initials would have been John Edward White. So you're telling me my initials are Jew. Is that what you're telling me, Mom? And she's like, oh shit, I didn't see that. I'm like, yeah, we're Irish. What the fuck are you thinking right now? That is a real, you'll see it in the special. That is a real fucking story. My mom literally said that to me. She was going to name me John Edward. I was like, maybe check that out a little before you do.
Well, you lucked out with Shannon. You really dodged a bullet.
It's fine. Yeah. Did I get tampons in the mail when I turned 13? Yes. Did I get invited to Miss Teen USA? Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was great. It was great. I did not go. I wish I would have gone. I think today I would win of some kind of award.
Something.
But
bravest.
I don't know.
Bravest for sure.
Yeah, bravery award. Bravery award.
Bravery.
For a kid in the Midwest going to, whatever.
I
played volleyball for the school. It would have been great.
That's actually, we're gonna wrap this up with this, but that actually brings me to something again. This is just us like bitching about being comedians now, but one of the things
it's the greatest job on the planet, by the way. We're not really bitching. It's just what we do as people. Dude, you have a military audience.
That's what I was gonna say.
If we're bitching, we're happy. If we're
Yes.
not bitching, we're plotting some shit.
Yep, that was exactly what I was gonna say. Is like, people are like, hey man, you just bitched because that's what you do. But no, this idea of when people would come up and go, was that really true? Like, did you really? Because like I used to tell a joke about how I filled up a Humvee with water instead of gasoline, and it's like there are layers to it, and it's hard to explain that. Like there are certain truths, there are certain massaging of the truth, and then there's certain outright lies, and it's for the sake of comedy. It's a joke.
Yeah. We find a thing. Yeah, no. So what I would say is, sometimes it's 100% true, and sometimes it's not. Sometimes it always starts with the truth, and then we find like, oh, but if the thing I tell students all the time is if you thought, this is the greatest way to explain this, I think, to everybody is if you've been in those situations where somebody says something to you and when you walk away you think of a snarky comeback or you think of the perfect thing to have said to them in comedy. You can have said that to them. You can be like, oh, this is what I said, so, and that's how it was explained to me. Cause I was like, and I should have been like, it's like, no, bullshit. You did say that, right. And sorry to let everybody peek behind the curtain, but some of the stuff isn't 100% real. We do embellish. I always start with the truth. And then, there's some things like just maybe embellish a little bit here and there to do stuff. But there's a lot of the stuff that happens that is 100% true because it's funnier than shit you could make up. The fact that they sent me in 1995 to a German base to do gas chamber training is a real fucking thing. Okay. And that shit is funny in and of itself. Just the idea that someone briefed that in a training meeting and someone went, that's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
That, that is true. But then,
that just screams military though. That's just,
dude, it's insane.
The good idea
and
fairy.
no one said a goddamn thing except Private White. I'm like, you guys got any questions? I do have a question. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? This is crazy.
This seems culturally inappropriate. I'm just going to put that out there.
They picked me up. This is no bullshit. They picked me up at the Base Theater, and Schindler's List was playing at the Base Theater. They fucking knew. That is a real deal. That is a 100% true story. And it's the only it's the only bit I've ever gotten hate mail about. So if you get a hate mail for it, I'm sorry.
That's awesome. That's
It's
awesome.
what-
Ladies and gentlemen, an hour has flown by. Absolutely flown by. I want to thank my guest, Dewayne White. Shannon, if you're really feeling freaky. If you're really feeling freaky.
If my credit gets fucked up tomorrow because someone stole my identity, I'm going to be pissed.
I want to give you the last few seconds here. Speak directly to the audience. Let them know what you think and plead your case. Let them know why they should watch A Boy Named Shannon, available everywhere your digital needs or want.
You can't handle A Boy Named Shannon.
Reverse psychology.
Just kidding. No, hey, seriously, check it out. It would mean the world to me to check it out. And like I said, it's on Amazon Prime, Apple TV. It's on Microsoft. Hell, you can watch it on Xbox, I think. The audio is on Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere you can find stuff. Just type A Boy Named Shannon. It'll come up. But yeah, I'd love to have you watch it. And go to the website, please. It's where I got all the shows that I have coming up. I'm headlining a couple shows this weekend in DC. Then I'm heading out to Ohio the following weekend. Going back out to LA, doing, there's a ton of different stuff on the website. So check it out, DewayneWhiteComedy.com. But yeah, man, I'd love to see you at a show. Come hang out. And if you're in the Northern Virginia area, come to the Electric Palm. That's where we run shows all the time. There's typically some good deals on vet ticks. You can typically get some free ones if you want. But yeah, just check it out. Come see us out and about, man. Love to see you guys. And check out the website. Check out the special. Please check out the special.
Please. And listen, if you don't like it, there's an email. Go
hr.opm.gov.
You can send them 5 reasons why you didn't like the special. And you can
5 things that you hated.
5 bullets. You hated about A Boy Named Shannon. But it's got to be A Boy Named Shannon. You got to really put it in.
No,
there.
Don't do that, because then they'll take my disability away, and we don't need this. I need that to survive. Please don't do that. Like, no, this guy's fine.
Thank you, Dewayne. Thank you, man, for coming on.
Thanks for having me, man. I had a blast.
We'll definitely have to have you on again. Hang tight. I'm going to put you back in the green room, and we'll say goodbye. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with more show right after we take a short break. We'll see you in a minute. Bye.
Hey, you there? Yeah, it is right, you. Let me ask you something, right? Where the hell do you think that you're going? Oh, would you think because the show's going to commercial that means you get to just walk away? Well, CQ asked me to pass on the little message, alright? And it says, I'll be back.
In the shadows of the city bright, where heroes rise and take the fight, there's a voice that breaks the night. It's CQ with the insight. From the comics to the silver screens, talking legends and those crazy scenes, pop culture trends and hidden themes. CQ reveals what it all means. From the comics to the silver screens, talking legends and those crazy scenes, pop culture trends and hidden themes. CQ reveals what it all means. Pop culture warrior here to ignite, guiding through the tales of light, with CQ leading the charge so bright. We're ready for another flight. Pop culture warrior here to ignite, guiding through the tales of light. With CQ leading the charts so bright, we're ready for another flight. Marvel at the twists and turns, villains playing, heroes learn. Every episode we'll discern lessons from the past to learn. Games we play and books we read, CQ's list of what we need. Memories that make us bleed, together we will take the lead. Pop culture warrior here to ignite, guiding through the tales of light. With CQ leading the charts so bright, we're ready for another fight. Pop culture warrior here to ignite, guiding through the tales of light. With CQ leading the charts so bright, we're ready for another flight. Pop culture warrior here to ignite, guiding through the tales of light. With CQ leading the charts so bright, we're ready for another flight. Pop culture warrior here to ignite, guiding through the tales of light. With CQ leading the charts so bright, we're ready for another flight.
Hi there. You're watching Pop Culture Warrior. This is the way.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. Welcome back. Let's cross our fingers and hope Mad Mike isn't there. Let's bring him up and see if he's around. Oh, damn it. Oh, we rolled Snake Eyes. There he
The
is.
only person that's mad that I'm back. Everyone else is like, thank God.
Damn it, Snake Eyes. Gosh, I gotta stop gambling. I should have just left that camera off and just been like, Mad Mike's not gonna join us tonight. He's whatever, he's busy.
Did you ask him what that Arnold Schwarzenegger clone movie was?
Guys in the chats, we cannot figure out. There's a movie out. If only there were a way to figure this out. It's a movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he plays a clone. I'm pretty sure it's Total Recall.
I don't think that happened.
It's either Total Twins. That's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
Twins. Oh man, God bless it. God bless it. But once again, I want to thank my.
That guy do.
I want to. What can he do? He's like a chameleon. I want to thank my guest, Dewayne White, Shannon, if you're feeling freaky, for coming on and talking about his special. I did see it. It's really good. And, if you like comedy, if you like military, it's military and it's comedy. It's a little.
Got too many different names and none of them have the actual in it, so I don't trust them.
It's got to be a scam. It's got to be a scam.
Yeah.
I only trust things.
Fool me once. You know how many King Smiths I follow?
Fool me once, twice, thrice, thrice, fourth, but that's why you watch the actual Pop Culture Warrior on the actual Tuesdays with the actual Mad Mike and the actual CQ.
We're gonna do all the fucking parody thing next week.
Next week,
I have the ambition and the willpower to do all that work.
I can whip up a logo with the actual across it very easily, very very easily. In
we
fact,
should have saved that. We're not live.
I just had a thought. What if, go with me here, right? new T-shirt. It's like blank T-shirt or black or whatever color T-shirt. But you know, like the "Hello, my name is" kind of sticker. You have one of those, and it's the actual, but it's blank, and you get to write in whatever you want in it, and they'll be like the actual shirts. So you like I can make the actual, and then put CQ, like it'll have the white space, and then you put Mad Mike. Dude, I could mock that up. I could mock that up.
Can you do it like where they can print it? Like, so you type in what you want on that.
Well,
space
that's
or
not
whatever?
you're in there. Now you're getting a little crazy with it.
You got two fucking options. It's goddamn America. Fuck.
It's too that now you're inputting things that's going. I'm saying it'll have a blank space where people can just fill in whatever they want on it.
I'm just saying, if you want to be subpar, that's fine.
Fucking that's
I'm trying to
have you
make
not
this show
watched
great
this
again.
show? Like
Trying to make this show great again. Fucking Elon Musk up in this bitch.
Listen, Doge, dude, we will not affect the efficiency of this program.
Sorry, Schumer. I didn't fucking realize.
We are at maximum efficiency. Let me tell you something. At this show, we are let me zoom in here. We are at maximum efficiency on this program. All right. Maybe 99%. Like there's always room for improvement, but maybe 99%.
Yeah,
we're
we
there.
could talk about like fucking pop culture and shit, but
Okay. There was one story I definitely wanted to talk about before we call it a night. We talked about this.
Might as well talk about one show. We'll talk about something.
We'll talk about one, but okay, fine. If you're gonna pull my leg, we'll talk about one pop culture related thing tonight.
Yeah.
One.
You're making them go above the fucking bottom efficiency.
We are now at 102% efficiency. We are dangerous territories. We are in the red. Okay, we are in the red
all the time, folks.
Oh God. Let me check my dial here. Yeah, okay, we got time. Check my Pip Boy. Yeah, we're good.
Radiation levels are
radiation levels. Are we tracking? Good. We're tracking. Yeah, we're good. We won't die for a little bit. We're
the
good.
Gator through the roof.
through the roof. Broke. We tapped out. It broke. The thing's off the charts. So we talked about this a while back. Do you remember when I said when we talked about they were making a live action Powder Puff Girls? Do you recall that? This is a while back. This is maybe a year or two back. They were going to do a live action.
Have like people that were going to play on this shit.
Oh, scripts were written. People were Chloe Bennett, who was famous for playing Skye in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., was going to play Blossom, Buttercup, Bubbles. Yeah, Blossom, whatever. The red one. Mm-hmm. So they had chicks play, and the whole, from day one, it was weird because when it was first pitched, it was this idea. It was like a gritty, like the girls have grown up and now they're all like angsty and kind of like, oh, I can't believe you made me fight villains in my childhood. Like that was going to be the whole thing. Very CW drama, very Riverdale of like post Powerpuff life. And then people mock that. And then they're like, oh no, we're going back to the drawing board and it's going to be more fun. And, like a grown up version. And it went back and forth. And then there were set photos came out. Like they actually had like pictures of, what was it? Dr. Plutonium, whatever his name was. The guy's house, the big white house. And then they even had leaked photos of the girls in their suits, in their powder puff suits, which it's one thing when it's these cute little girls. And then like as an adult in this weird, like childlike skirt thing. It was weird. Anyway, that got shelved indefinitely because first they said, oh, we're pausing it because the tone didn't hit right. So we're going back to the drawing board, but there's something like, this was the direct quote, like there's something there. We're going to tighten it up. And then months and months go by and they literally are like, yeah, no, we're not doing that. We've cut it completely. It's failed. The people went on to other projects, whatever. You would think that's the end of this story. It's not, because just recently, a couple days ago, I don't know where,
signed on.
The Rock
Powerpuff.
and Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart and
are
Keanu
playing-
Reeves. They're coming at you as the Powerpuff Girls.
Vin Diesel is playing Mojo Jojo. No.
This shit just got a whole lot better. Some fucking
Shit got
executive right
real
now is
good.
just snorting.
Jack
Just
Black.
snorted a whole line, and he's like, "Holy fuck, that's an amazing idea! I'm gonna make that shit happen."
Jack Black and Jason Momoa will be playing all three girls. Jack Black in Jason Momoa will play all three. Anyway, I don't know how this came about. I'm still figuring it out. Someone leaked the pilot trailer because, again, they shot the pilot. They shot it, and then they were like, "This is so bad, it will never see the light of day." Someone leaked.
You know how bad it has to be. Think of all the shit that they've put out, and
When I tell you, I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna download it and play it for the." I went, "I'm not gonna put that on this airwaves because it is so bad." And here's the thing: I love Chloe Bennett, and I think like Ana de Armas was in it, and it was her, or somebody, or Sydney Sweeney, I don't know, somebody in it. Donald Faison, which is from fucking Scrubs, the black guy from Scrubs. Like, there's a lot of really good people in it. It is so fucking bad. I'm telling you, people, I wouldn't do that to you, but if you are so sadomasochist that you want to hurt yourself, after we go off air, go ahead and YouTube the Powder Puff Girl pilot trailer, whatever. It's bad. It's really, really, really bad. I was kind of like intrigued by the idea of it. And then I saw the trailer and I'm worried I'm going to have nightmares. I'm worried I'm going to have absolute night. It is so much. I have no words. I can't describe it. It's bad. It's really bad. And it's like, it's not like, oh, the CGI is bad or it's all bad. The writing, the acting, the Donald Faison, at one point he's like, "I've created life. Ha 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 ha." And you're like, what was that? You're a better actor than that. Like is in my head, I'm like, were they going for like, remember Batman, like 60s Batman, very campy, over the top? Like, that's the, but then there's certain scenes that they shoot where it's like the girl's very like, "I can't believe you did, damn," like very, like, it's tonally all over the place. It's creatively all over the place. Like, I'm not even gonna knock CGI because I'm sure they didn't put a lot of money into it as a pilot, but it is. The acting is bad. The writing is bad. The casting is bad. The sets, everything. Ton said, "I just Googled it on the side. Good Lord, it's real." Yeah. CQ has PTSD from the trailer. Yes, he does. That hurt me in a way. Like think the first Sonic trailer, bad Sonic. Ugly Sonic, think that, and you would call that Oscar worthy compared to Powder Puff Girls trailer, series trailer.
James Marsden is a fucking American hero. God damn it!
He will
and
never
everything
get
he
the
touches
respect.
is fucking gold.
White
Kevin Hart. That's what he is. That's what I call him.
For real though, he's done incredible works and incredible ranges, and the poor guy will never outlive Cyclops. I mean,
Nope. That's
just
I refer to him as every fucking thing. I'm surprised I remembered his name right.
Yeah, fucking dude. Him in
I only did
Westworld
it for the joke. Otherwise, I call him Cyclops.
Yeah, him in Westworld, phenomenal. Like, he was great in that. What was the court TV, the fucking Jury Duty?
Oh,
he was hilarious in Jury Duty. I just saw it, like, it was bad. That Unfrosted
Paradise.
movie, the Unfrosted
he's
movie,
in
which
Unfrosted?
was a don't.
Powerpuff Girls trailer.
Yeah, don't. Unfrosted. I love Jerry Seinfeld. I love all the people that are in that movie. That movie is an abortion of comedy.
Yeah,
It is bad. It is really bad.
Yeah, and what? But what's wrong with that? Fucking Cyclops, fucking.
I'm
He
just
led
saying
the X-Men.
he was good enough to lead the X-Men. I'm just saying that what Sonic was, the abomination of what you were witnessing of what Sonic was before they fixed it, is could win awards compared to what the
Yeah, so
totality of
they'll
Powerpuff
fucking
Girls
make
is.
it too. Some down the line, some asshole will fucking make it.
So this is the article that drew my attention to. It was the canceled CW live action Powerpuff Girls series, Powerpuff, has unexpectedly resurfaced as its trailer leaked online, revealing a bizarre take on the beloved cartoon that confirms why the network ultimately shelved the product. The footage showcases an adult-oriented reimagining where the now grown superhero trio inadvertently caused the death of Mojo, portrayed as a human character rather than a monkey. Set years after this incident, the leaked trailer depicts a world where Mojo's son, Jojo, serves as mayor of Townsville, and the estranged heroines reluctantly reuniting despite having abandoned their crime-fighting personas for drastically different levels. As the trailer reveals, Buttercup became a firefighter, Bubbles descended into alcoholism while pursuing fame in Hollywood, and Blossom completely disappeared from public life following their tragic mistake. It's so bad. The whole idea of disillusioned 20-somethings, resentful of their childhood sacrifice of crime fighting. It's so bad.
It's CW. Like that's
Oh,
part of the course, honestly.
I mean, I would have taken like Birds of Prey over this. Like it is so tragically bad. But anyway,
Choose not to watch CW. That's when
it's
it's
taking
a male adult with testosterone, so not welcome there anyways.
Did you see the new trailer for this? Came out of nowhere. Never heard of it until I literally saw the trailer, called The Bondsman. It's the new Kevin Bacon film.
Oh fuck! I sent it to you, fucking douchebag.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Did you see it?
Yes. Yes.
Before you sent it to me,
Freaking
did you
awesome.
see it? It's
Yes, I watch it, and then I just send you stuff without watching it.
You're like, oh look,
Here, check
a
this
link.
out. I don't know about it.
I don't know if this link is
Let
real.
me know
or
what you
not.
think and get back to me. I don't have
Let-
time to watch it.
Let me know if this hacks your computer. I want to check before
Is this a
I click on
virus?
it.
It doesn't say the actual Kevin Bacon on it.
Yeah, the actual. It looks good. I'm always a bit because things can look good and really not be. This reminds me of, remember when Ryan Reynolds and what's his name in R.I.P.D. Yeah, this is very much this. So for people at home, the premise of The Bondsman is
A lot more badass.
he's a bondsman and he gets killed and he signs a deal with the devil basically to come back and hunt demons who have escaped hell. Basically R.I.P.D. But this looks good, whereas R.I.P.D. was very over the top silliness. This actually kind of looks good.
Black-ish, kind of weird.
Yeah, it's a Blumhouse thing, so you know it's gonna be weird and like not scary, but
pretty gory
horror
in the trailer and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's got fucking. You had me at a Kevin Bacon. You fucking can't go wrong with
can't
James
get enough
Marsden or
bacon.
Kevin Bacon.
There's never enough bacon. There's a reason they haven't put James Marsden and Kevin Bacon in a movie together. World can't handle it.
No,
it would self-implode.
It would just be semen all over the place.
In fact, have you ever seen Kevin Bacon and James Marsden in the same room at the same time?
Mm-mm.
I'm just saying.
Just saying.
Just saying.
Putting it out there.
Just putting it out
you
there.
may not be on air next. You know,
Yeah.
we're blowing shit up here.
When we're
Call it Elon's.
we're maximizing efficiency in Hollywood, baby. You know, put the two of them in a movie.
Conspiracies. draining the swamp here.
Oh man. Billy wants to know, have we heard any news about the Legend of the White Dragon? Yeah, that shit was supposed to be out like 7 years ago.
He asks like the same question every fucking show.
I mean, it's I feel because honestly, at this I was into it. Like I was interested in seeing it when he was alive, when Jason David Frank was alive. Then when he died, I was really interested. Now I'm like, I really want to see it.
But definitely coming on now.
Now we're so far past it that I'm like, I think it's going to lose all appeal of what it might have had at any given. I mean, he died and all. Somebody said, well, he kind of died and all. But yeah, but they said they were going to still they said they were done filming it. Like when he died, they were done filming. So, I mean, obviously you do pickups, which are just like extra stuff afterwards when you're doing editing and you need stuff. But point is, why it's taking so long, I don't know. I don't know if it's a rights issue. I don't know if it's I don't know. That's unless it's one dude editing the film like on his laptop. This shit should have been done a long time ago. A long time ago. So
should probably check your inbox. They probably sent it to you. Can you edit this? Oh,
damn it! I knew I was forgetting to do something. Shit! Fuck! I knew I was supposed to get something done. The last two things. One, this horror taking beloved things and making horror versions is getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand because now Dark Domain, which is like the shared horror universe, is doing a Steamboat Willie versus Winnie the Pooh horror movie showdown. And they just released a new trailer, and it's ridiculous. It's ludicrous.
Where do you watch that? Like, where do you see who's watching these, and what are they paying for it? Like, how are they making money to do these?
I honestly could not tell you. Because the things entered the public domain, anybody and everybody can make stuff. So this isn't actually in collaboration with remember when they came out with Blood and Honey, which was another Pooh-averse. It's not that
company. Okay.
This is the Mickey versus Winnie is a different it's
because that same company was doing Steamboat Willie, same type deal.
Yes, and just announced Bambi the Reckoning is a new horror movie from the same team that did Blood and Honey. So this, look, I get it. They're public domain and you want to cash in, but just stop. Who wants this?
Hey, the people fucking want. They didn't stop Fast and the Furious. They're not gonna stop this.
I blame Fast and the Furious for this. I really do.
We'll just give the people a bunch of shit they don't want.
I blame the Fast and Furious. I think they're the same way I blame the Kardashians for every reality TV show that followed. I blame Fast and the Furious for all these movies that just nobody asked for.
If Hollywood is interested in trimming the fat and getting more efficient, hit a player up. I'll Elon Musk the shit out of that. We'll call it MIKE. Bring it to Hollywood, baby.
MICKEYMOUC. Chop, chop, chop.
MIKE.
Last bit of news before we call it a night. John Wick 5 has been confirmed by Lionsgate, which, forgive me if I missed something, but didn't he die at the end of part 4?
Died at the end of fucking part 1. He still brought him back for 3 more.
First of all, he didn't die at the end of part 1.
He bled out for
he was bleeding profusely at the end of part 1.
In the middle of nowhere in a fucking warehouse where there's just a bunch of dead hobos all around him.
He was a vet. There were dogs and vet supplies. He patched himself up.
Nobody goes to the fucking pound. They don't got no supplies. They're always asking for donations.
Oh, God. After John Wick Chapter 4, the franchise first expanded into the TV series, The Continental, which that didn't go anywhere. Up next is John Wick Ballerina, a John Wick universe story, which is going to hit theaters in June 6th. That movie takes place before Chapter 4, which is why Keanu Reeves will reprise his role as John Wick shortly in just a tiny bit of that movie. But just announced, this comes from Brown, who was Jennifer Brown, EVP and head of global products and experiences at Lionsgate. She says, this world continues to grow and expand in incredible ways. Up next, of course, we have Ballerina, which is our first spin-off movie. And we can't wait for the release of that to the world. Of course, we've announced we're working on a 5th John Wick film. And then there are more spin-offs to come, a TV series, and a video game. So if you haven't gotten enough John Wick, you're gonna get a whole lot more, is what I'm saying. She was pressed about like, well, I thought he was dead. And they're like, well, we're developing a 5th and we'll see what happens. Like, that's not how you answer a question, but she's like, well, didn't they die? We're going to do a 5th. We'll see what happens.
They bring him back, but why not bring back the fucking dog?
No, that dog dead.
Dude,
you want an M. Night
wife?
I was saying, you want like an M. Night Shyamalan type of twist? After all this shit, it turns out the dog wasn't
really
dead.
And the dog's alive.
The dog's alive. The dog killed everybody.
Man, he would have protected me. He's like in the basement or whatever. He found the box of treasure and he's like peeing on it.
No, but this idea of like this whole shit, it started on a revenge quest. And it turns out dog was fine. Dog was totally fine. It woke up and went back. It was like, where's John? And just, and he killed all these people for no reason.
And he got a concussion and he forgot about the dog and then starved to death or whatever.
Oh, man. A John Wick Pet Cemetery crossover. Yes. Nice. Nice. Yes.
Patent pending.
Trademark. Called it. Dibs. Trademark dibs. Gotta milk the franchise for every last cent. Yeah. No kidding.
Yeah, buddy.
It's Hollywood, man. Neo was going through a training program. Yes, technically. It'll never be the same without Lance Reddick. I mean, don't get me wrong. Shame to lose such a great actor. His character was killed off anyway. So,
we just said that doesn't fucking mean anything.
Everybody gets to come back.
They play
you get
fast
to be
and loose with people dying in
you
this.
Get resurrected.
That's why he kills so many people. He's like fucking Batman, dude. He's come back to life mysteriously.
You get resurrected, and you get resurrected. Well, dude, in this world of assassins,
really Jesus, and he's the holy bullets.
It's an anagram for
just
Jesus.
killing their sins. He's just taking the sins away. It's really painful. God damn it! Patent pending.
Trademark dibs. Dibs trademark.
Shit tonight for free.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves is Jesus.
Keanu Reeves as John
saving
Wick Jesus.
souls.
The thing is, in this assassin world, who's to say there's not like a Lazarus pit a la Batman, right? They just throw all these dead bodies in there and we'll see what happens. We'll see what comes out of it.
No, fucking expensive. They're saving money too. God damn it. Doge is cutting down on everything. They need more henchmen. It's cheaper to resurrect them than to fucking go train and
go through the whole hiring and fire.
You gotta do can't just do one person interviews, gotta have a panel. It's fucking expensive.
It's true, man. It's so true. You can't find good henchmen nowadays, man.
And there's no wars going on, so nobody's really trained. You want some guy that was just standing fucking post at the PX.
I was a gate guard at Fort Bliss.
Oh shit. God damn it, Wick. Killing all the fucking hard chargers. What are you doing after you get out? I found this company. They need henchmen.
Oh god, I just imagine they're like space for experience. 12-hour gate guard duty. Clear dental.
How are you with close quarter combat for the guy in a suit?
How fearful are you of suits? Mildly.
Do you know?
How do you feel about dogs? I fucking hate them.
It's fucking hired. I kill everyone I see.
Kill every dog I see. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. Woo!
Bringing
Special
those hard-hitting issues that the people want to fucking hear about.
special skills. I cleared CID on first try. Whoa! Fucking special ops over here. Fucking this guy's the shit. I'd heard rumor. I'd only heard rumor that was true. It's not possible.
Bullshit.
Oh man. Anyway, all right. With that, I think we've checked the box of.
Anyone know what the Arnold Schwarzenegger clone movie is?
Anybody? No, nobody's mentioned it.
Nobody knows.
Nobody seems to know what Arnold Schwarzenegger movie was about clones.
I want to see someone ask him that in like red carpet or something.
What movie did you do about clones?
Did you do a movie with the clone thing with the lips and clones? But he says twins too. They'll fucking die.
Do it. Yes, you're talking about twins. Danny DeVito. He's funny guy. He's funny guy. Danny DeVito
Does look a lot like me.
does. He's funny because he's very tiny. He's little man. He doesn't. I don't know where that accent was going, but all right. Anywho, I'm just scrolling Facebook now.
I think we've peaked.
Yeah, we've 6 cents. Thank you, Keith. 6 cents. That's the one.
That's it. Yeah.
Thank you. That could God bless. Now we can log off because we've gotten to the bottom of that mystery. The 6 cents, classic film about Arnold Schwarzenegger's
Clones.
clones.
Not to be confused with M. Night Shyamalan's The Sixth Day.
Right.
whatever.
Exactly. All right.
Go with the name of the real fucking movie. No.
We've done this joke. We beat this joke to death. You loop back around to like, fuck, we don't remember what it's called. Let's see. I see cloning everywhere.
Yeah.
I see clones everywhere. What do we got here around WTF Nation Radio? You know it. You love it. Sports Bar, Sunday nights, King and Coach, giving you all those great sports facts. And one day, I heard a rumor.
Lots of trades going on, so they might have stuff to talk about.
They might actually have something. But I heard one day, they might even do an interview. Who knows? One can dream. One can dream.
You can fucking interview us.
I'd be honored. I'd be honored to be the first interview on the Sports Bar. I did a little bit of high school wrestling. I did a little bit of high school wrestling. Played a little football. You know,
play on the Xbox, fucking the shit.
I've won a couple Super Bowls on Madden. You know, might be one of the greatest coaches ever to ever exist.
12-time me versus Smith champion.
Just saying. Greatest. Between the two of us, one of us the greatest. I'm just saying. The greatest. I'm the best. I'm the greatest.
I'm gonna send him a resume.
I'm the greatest there is ever. Like, hey, would you be? Oh my god. I should send him a message.
Fucking doing it, yeah.
I send him a message like, dude, this is what you go.
Hey, I got this guy. He's really good.
This guy, and like, bro, he is legend. Like the dude, like he won championships in college, went pro, won a bunch of like literally dominated. Do you want to interview him? Fucking picture me like. Oh God, that would be too funny. Hopefully the actual King Smith's not watching. Maybe one of the fake
fucking
ones.
Logged off. He does what I do.
The actual is not on. Anyway, Monday edition. Ice, Massey, news, commentary, discussion, everything that's happening in the world. A lot to keep up with. I mean, I can't. It's too much. Tuesdays right here in this box. This is Pop Culture Warrior. You're welcome. As I'm going to leave it. You know, you're welcome. Wednesdays is Radar and TZ on the Smoke Pit. And Thursday, Sergeant's Time with Ice and Spanky. Every other Friday, which is this Friday, we've got FTX. The new table is fucking glorious. Have you seen it? It's beautiful. If you haven't witnessed in all of its glory the new FTX table, it is splendiferous. Okay, absolutely gorgeous, amazing. It's amazing. It's the greatest table that has ever existed amongst all tables, all time.
Is
I'm
it
telling
making
you.
gaming great again? Otherwise,
It's
I'm not watching.
it's making it's bringing back jobs to the gaming table. It's bringing back players. It is the greatest table. There will be borders. There are borders on the table so that we don't let the bad people in. But all the great people, we have gold cards. They can come in and play the game. It's $5 million. It's a steal. It really is. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna let that go. Anyway, and then Saturdays is weekend co-ops. It's past my bedtime. All right. What let me check in here. It was my data. My data said I'm not doing good. I'm barely hanging on here.
Radiation poison.
I'm getting so much radiation. Which one of these is like a radiation detector? Where'd the radiation detector go?
Bezos is just sitting there watching you jerking it.
Don't
They didn't tell you when you bought it.
Don't threaten me with a good time. Diagnostics? Nope, not diagnostics. Oh, there's the radar meter. Let's check in on the. Oh, Jesus. Oh, it's in the red. Guys, this is bad. That's bad. We're in the red. All right. That tells me it's time to go. That's all right. That about wraps it up. Mad Mike, anything for the fine folks at home?
No, I'm good. I did enough. I've entertained enough. I'm not a fucking monkey, a puppet. Give me a joke.
Oh God!
I'm
All
not
right, ladies
dancing
and
through
gentlemen,
people anymore.
we've done enough. It's a good night. All right, guys, we'll see you next week, and tune in Friday. FTX. It's gonna be a good time.
Maybe. Why do you say like a question?
Tune in Friday. Tune in Friday. It's gonna be a good time.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
I don't know. Why is my voice going so high?
What are you? Are you using the table, or are you fucking playing Twister or something stupid?
We're
You got
using the table. We got. We're doing Ring Around the Rosie. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Four square.
No, we're gonna be playing. I mean, it depends on how many people show up. We're gonna have some new faces. We're gonna have some active duty people here. Active duty. One Air Force
What?
and one Army.
Actively gaming. Oh.
They're actively on duty, reporting for duty to FTX. So it's gonna be a fun. It's gonna be a fun show. It's gonna be a fun game, and we'll have some fun and some laughs and some things. But
we got any guests coming up, or is it just you and me? Or
I have some people that have confirmed they will come on, but we don't have solid dates yet, so I cannot specify dates. But we've got some people that are tuning in.
Fucking trumping it up. Got some really good things coming. Maybe
Got some great
I don't
things.
know, we'll see.
There's a lot of greatness. You just gotta be patient. You know, you gotta go up before you can go down, and you have to go around sometimes and up and over. And it's
Check
gonna
out
be great.
the fucking merchandise shop and
Yeah, T-Public, Pop Culture Warrior. Get some
maybe
merch.
join the Patreon. Maybe we'll fucking put some money into this show. I don't know.
At this point, it is what it is. It is.
You get what
it
you
is.
get, and you don't get upset.
Keith, I see your comment, man. I'll reach out to you, bud. I'll reach out to you. We'll chat.
He knows the name of the Arnold movie. He doesn't want to say it.
It's like ping me on the side. I know that Arnold.
We're gonna
movie.
put it out there.
I don't want to put out his business like that. I don't want to put out his business like that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you guys next week or Friday if you so choose to partake. But say goodnight, Mad Mike.
Good night, Mad Mike.
All right, we'll see you guys next week.
Let's see it.